could go places if this was a real team. Now, I do want to ask you one last question. We have
Are we
one
live?
question in the audience that keeps
I have
coming
no
up
clue.
over and over again. If you could join any Pacific team for a whole season to win it all, which team would you join?
PRX.
It'd be
Ooh!
PRX.
What did you just say?
You think you'd be getting a trophy if you joined?
PRX?
Replace?
Honestly, I think the real trophy is like the happiness, the memories we made along the way. I think that's what it is.
So you've
Oh my
picked the
god.
only team that
Wait,
doesn't
I
need
see
a
people.
duelist.
Ayo.
Duelist on the team. Okay.
I see people on YouTube chat. It's working.
That's all we
Hello,
have
it's the
time
first
for, but you
ever
will be co-streaming for
stream
our
on
video,
YouTube.
so I think
Hello,
people can
YouTubers.
tune into
Yeah.
your stream
If you
to
never
watch.
watch
And
Twitch.
yeah, any words
Oh
for
god,
you
how do I
guys
do this?
in
It's so
Pacific
weird. I feel
versus
so
off?
weird right now.
Just thank you to all the
Hello.
fans. Appreciate the
I'm only
support.
gonna be streaming on YouTube
let's watch
for
good
watch
matches here.
parties, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Oh my god,
so
it's so weird. I have two
much.
chats.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
Hello,
Welcome
double
back
chat.
to Pacific. Yeah, so you can just leave your headset
How does this
here,
work?
and you know, just or you can stay here. It's up to you. But anyway.
I cannot watch my
Keep it
own
the mouse.
YouTube
That's all.
stream, but
That's now. Anyway, here
7TV.
is our
Wait,
build diff
do I have to
roster,
install
that
7TV
we
for
have
YouTube
picked.
as well?
I was this close to picking.
Or does
Premi,
YouTube even have 7TV?
Producer knows that I've like been back and forth.
Yeah.
Talk me through your rosters.
We're
real
gonna
quick. Who were
know.
the highlights? Who were the ones that you were debating the most over?
The good news about my team is I have 5 highlights.
Oh my god, see, I have 2 viewers!
I took
See?
some risks,
Yay!
Maybe
And this is
they'll
not
play duelist.
myself.
Maybe they'll lose some points,
Hi.
But maybe they'll kill
Walking.
45 a time. That's what I'm going
As a
all
YouTube
in.
chatter, I
Can
think.
I have
Oh
a
yeah,
special
so I've heard that
request
YouTube
from
chat
production
is
today?
kinda
Can we get the
awooga
total
awooga.
that Morgan's lost
No, but this
points
is
by
up
the
to
end
you
of
guys. Like, if you
today,
guys prefer YouTube,
based
at least now
on
I'm
how
on
many times
YouTube.
people have played
Streaming
duels.
the
Don't
watch parties.
win
If
by
you guys
playing
prefer Twitch, you guys
insane.
can just stay Twitch.
I like that. I mean, look
Yeah. I can't really see my own streams, but they're... They say I have 2 viewers now, right now, right? Is that how it works? Wait, no, it jumped to 13!
Just to remind
Wait,
you
he jumped to
guys the
71?
rules and why his picks were so crazy.
Whoa.
If any non-duelist role ends up playing a
Hi.
duelist, minus 5 points per map,
God.
per player. So
Okay,
that's
chat, how
risky
do I
plays.
delete message? Can I delete your message on
You
YouTube?
are crazy.
Masters, wait, now?
Alright,
I didn't
now
even...
let's talk about
Pick it.
things you could spend on if you end up winning it all. Which we're not winning money, but we're winning a laptop.
I'm gonna delete your
Really
chat,
good
okay?
laptop. You guys can
Wait,
now
Pep.
buy
Okay, I'm
concession
add you as a
bundles. They are in the stores. Which one
standard
are you guys buying? Which
moderator,
one have you
managing
buying?
moderator. What does that mean?
The Boom's success, but to be honest, I picked
Standard
my
moderator,
option. I picked
managing
option
moderator,
by their bundle as well.
manage
Oh,
block words.
that's
I
not
don't
wrong.
know. Just
I mean,
take whatever.
Boom is going undefeated so far.
Hello.
I think it's a pretty great bundle to invest.
Okay, let me try deleting your chat.
Pilsky,
See how
what
to
are
actually
you making for
moderate
standings right now?
uh,
We're going to be
Twitch
finalizing
chat. No, sorry,
the-
YouTube chat.
Yeah, you can see Grouper may get a little bit more up
Removed.
in the air.
I
Got a
removed
couple
it.
of
Did it
make or
work?
break matches over there, but
No
even
hard
just looking
feelings,
here,
okay?
right
I'm
at the
just...
start of day 13 here in Group Alpha, this will decide who's going to be
Okay,
that
so
fourth team
deleting
advancing
is...
into playoffs. So we don't have to wait to find out what the
How do
results
you
of the
ban
match are gonna be.
someone?
We're gonna find out straight away, and even that second match for today going to be incredibly important.
Hey,
Now,
hey.
we are seeing PRX play today, and that blue hoodie very
It's only for
well
watch
saw a lot
parties.
in 2019
Hello, anyone
champions. They call it their
has,
lucky
like,
hoodie.
only
How lucky
been
are they gonna
on
be
YouTube?
today? This is a little bit crazy.
How does this
that
work?
PRX
I can
is
see
one of
both
the two
chats right
teams who
now.
are fighting for that
Oh, this is so cool.
I mean, who would have thought they were going to be here? This PRX team has
Post,
never
I would
missed
post
playoffs
my
here in
Twitch one, I
Pacific,
think.
And things could be all about to change today. It's very, very simple. Win and you are in. Lose and you are out. This is a situation they have never found themselves in, but
Hello,
still very possible for them to
YouTubers,
make playoffs. But
teachers.
it all comes down to today's performance.
No, you guys don't have to
Batman
watch
is the
both.
newest
Like, if
addition to
you
this
are already
roster,
on
which
Twitch, you can
hasn't
just watch
changed
Twitch.
for
You don't
a
have to,
very long
like,
time, but
watch...
he's shown a lot of
You know.
promise.
Game
This
soft. Wait, what?
player, Pat
You told me
is
the customers
familiar
were
with a lot
loud
of
just
the
now,
key
no?
players back in the Philippines,
What's going
back in
on?
Tier 2. So for them to be facing off against
Watching
today,
both?
will be very
Muted
exciting
though.
for all
Hey,
these players.
I'll take it
Poppy
though.
is one of those players. Kelly S is yellow.
YouTube chat is
Yeah,
wild.
it's
You gotta
a
be careful.
bittersweet feeling
So
when
I've
you
heard.
make it into tier 1, you
So
see
I've
some
heard
of the
that
movies and
YouTube
you're
chat
like,
can
yes,
be a
we
little
all
bit
made it, boys,
cuckoo.
but then you have to knock
Can
them
we-
out, end your friend's career. It's over.
Oh my god. This is actually so scary,
They're
dude.
not friends after today.
Can I
that's for
raffle?
sure.
Raffle.
There's gonna be some hearts broken. But
Oh my god, there's no such thing on Twitch. I mean, YouTube. I mean, oh my god, I got my first $2 on YouTube. Wait, how do you give money?
Performances as of late, they've only taken a win over DFM.
Wait, how does this work? I don't
So
understand
far.
YouTube.
In fact, they beat DFM a lot easier than PaperX beat
Thank you,
DFM.
Safari.
DFM was a
Thank you for the
demon mode
Prime.
last week, so we'll see how this
So YouTube was
matchup
like
is
asking me
going
to make
end
some
up
member
going.
thing, but I'm not
Terima
sure how to
is
do
in
it, and they
once
say like it
again.
has to be
I
under
wanna see if
review,
they
so
keep him
I'm
on
gonna
the
just leave
duelist
that
roles,
there.
'cause he
I have
did
no
have a little
clue.
bit of a struggle some
Hey, I got
positions,
$2.
but maybe it's just the duelist
Already
role
earned.
G that's cursed, Morgan.
It
On
very
YouTube.
well might be.
That's why you
Who
get
knows?
5 of them, and then
Thank
just
you.
figure it out from there.
That's
It
the
is
way.
a do or die match. So
Let's
we're
see
gonna
how
know
mean
who
YouTube
PRX's
chatters
first time never
are.
qualified
I've
for
heard a lot of horror
Well,
stories
it's
about
the
YouTube
first time
chatters.
they're ever in.
Let's see how bad
Very
it
much so.
gets.
That would be an exciting moment for this.
Wait, did I set
organization
my
and all the fans
category to
who
like
followed
Valorant?
along so
I don't know.
diligently on their
Do I
journey.
have to?
You know, it would be a real flip of the script today if
Uh,
GE managed to make it in and eliminate PRX.
Valorant.
As I say, the stakes can't
Just in
be
case
high.
I get
It is
destroyed
super
by.
high right now. And speaking of duelists, the question of
Wait!
course is always who is going
I
to
have
be the
60
duelist
likes on a
PRX?
stream.
And they keep
Also, you
adding
can
new
like
duelists throughout.
streams on
Former
YouTube.
duelists back
I'm
to
so
the
sorry. This is
duelist
really new to
and
me. I know I'm looking like I'm a
you
little
never
bit
know what's going on
overexcited,
with
but
the
like
team, especially when it comes to dive duelists.
it's exciting. I've never done this before. Hello, YouTubers. Oh my god, it's actually so exciting.
It seems almost entirely random, but we did see it work last week. It finally came together. They managed to
YouTube?
get their first win in stage 1.
It's
so,
too late.
I hope they haven't changed too much.
It
from that.
is?
I hope the dice landed the same way.
Yeah, I think
Same
some of it's
too.
coming down to comfort as well, where
Yeah.
you're seeing something.
How
even
mean is
now
YouTube? Your aim is bros, but I'm not even playing Valorant. Oh my god, this is so exciting, chat.
Get into the map veto though. GE taking out.
It looks the same to me, like for
PRX, they've
YouTube
been
and on
Haven for
Twitch.
quite a while, so they're going to continue to ban Haven.
It is so
No
exciting, I've
surprises
never
to
done
see
this, holy
GE
shit.
pick Split, and that is going to be their pick for the majority of
Like,
these
okay,
series when it
so
doesn't
from
get
what
banned
I've heard,
out
if there's a
yet, so
lag
PRX will
with
play
the
defense,
live
and
streams
then
on
PRX
YouTube,
going
then
for
you have to
Lotus.
put it on like
Pretty good with
1.5
that.
speed and then it will catch
I
up.
liked it last week. I thought it was
Tried it.
definitely
I don't
one
know.
of the better maps that I've seen.
Let me try.
from them, so they're looking to carry that
1.2,
momentum. But there's
and then
a
it
lot
would
of
like
push
catch
out
up
there on
to.
both of these teams now.
You know?
They've shown their split plenty of times before.
Alright, let me
so
test.
I do think there's a lot that
Test.
PRX will be able to look at to be able.
Is that how it
to
works?
So looking at this split game, you can see PRX, they have banned it once. They have not played it since
But it's
kickoff,
fine,
which
right?
was
It's
that
not too
very
bad.
tight game against
YouTube is almost
T1,
similar to
where
Twitch. Okay,
T1
okay.
almost lost to a bunch of teams, including that third
Let
map
me
against PRX
see.
on split.
Oh, this
That
is so
was the
awkward.
11-13. You did
Get
have,
ready, on your
Jet
marks,
Rays that
get
they
set,
played
high
back then.
five.
For GE, they have not changed their split
Wait, I
too
didn't
much at
play
all,
my
and they
Twitch
once
video. Okay,
again
hold on,
going
hold on,
to
hold
be
on.
picking split here.
1,
So,
2, 3,
so
high
imagine they're
five.
just going to keep rolling through with the same confidence. Had some success.
Yeah, it's the same,
but
same.
first
YouTube
off,
is
they
slightly
took
faster
stage
than
one
my
out.
Twitch.
Yeah.
Now,
But you just gotta
predictions,
catch up with.
it
I don't
is been a
know,
while.
bro.
It's been a couple weeks since we've seen a full flush PRX.
I wonder if there's
But
anyone
do
on
you
YouTube
think
that
this
has
is
never watched my stream before and only
overwhelmingly
this is the
in
first time they're
favor of
watching on
PRX?
YouTube?
Real
That would be
quick,
crazy.
Telah.
I wouldn't
Alright,
say it's
mods, please
overwhelming. I think
do your
when it
job
comes
on
down
both
to one game like this,
platforms.
anything can happen, and
It's
both
only
teams have
for
been
watch
pretty
parties, okay?
even,
I'm sorry.
but I think all of
No,
us
no,
are just
I'm
leaning on
a
PRX 'cause
$5
they
million,
managed to
calm
take more
down.
maps throughout this stage 1.
All right. Well, we're gonna find out who's gonna be going off to playoffs. Is it gonna be global
Okay,
esports
for my
or
Twitch chatters.
PRX?
Like, it is so weird. I've done it. Oh my god, I'm a dual streamer now. Only for now. So hopefully streaming on YouTube will allow me to save the VOD. I don't know. I hope so. Is that how it works? Probably. Maybe. Ah, it's so weird. I kind of like this, but I don't know. My eyeballs is like darting all over the place. Okay, I mean, I don't think anybody, once the game starts, I don't think anybody would like talk to me on YouTube, because mostly my YouTube viewers are my Twitch viewers. They're just on both sides. But it's okay, chat, because this is gonna just be like a way to save the videos, right? Hello. All good. Oh my god, okay. If you guys don't know what's happening with VCT, we have to win to make it to playoffs. We just have to win this to make it to playoffs.
Stage 1.
I don't know, man. But I'm pretty sure we're okay. I posted my Twitch one though, not my YouTube one. Is that how it works? I don't know. Well. Okay, everybody stop praying or something, I don't know. Oh god. I'm sure we'll be fine. But in a way, I feel like... I don't know, bro.
Today marks the do or
Hey, I was
die
there last
weekend
week.
here in
I was just
VCT
there.
Pacific and who is going to be
Oh.
qualifying to playoffs. Now, ever since PRX added in the rookie, Patman, we are slowly seeing the resurgence.
Wait, is this
of
copyrighted music?
of this team. However,
Is
it
the vlog
enough
done? My
at this
Taiwan
point
vlog?
with
It's
everything
currently
on the line?
almost done,
If
but I'm doing
anything,
something different
Global Esports seems a
than my
little
previous
confident
vlogs.
here. They said
Just
if there's
see.
any day they can take
But it's
PRX
already
down,
basically
it would
done.
be today. This is their window while PRX is still struggling.
That is a nice
to
try,
figure
bro.
things out.
Yeah, PRX are the fallen giant trying to get back on their feet, and they took that first step last week.
Is it weird for the
Continue that
YouTube
momentum,
chatters to
make
not able
playoffs
to see
today, but
YouTube
they
chat
have
and
to
then like
upset
the other
this
vice
Global
versa?
Esports team.
Oh, it's
That's
so weird.
right. Now we did see a lot of promise from Global
You can make
Esports
votes
since the
here?
beginning
How?
of this year. We talk about this every single week that they have
You know who
a lot of
got tens? I know
pieces
tens is
on
there.
the board here, but things keep
Ow.
shuffling around as well. Darren coming back into the roster, and it looks like they're
Okay, I'll
also
mute
still
it
figuring out
later,
their
but hopefully just
Yeah,
no
for
one
sure.
is
I
not
think at the end
copyrighted.
of the day, this is a winnable series for
Are you?
Global,
No,
but
I'm
they
using
need
like
to hit their
a
peak as
OBS thing.
individuals. We need to see why a lot of these players were picked up for this Global Esports roster today, because in terms of firepower, some of these PRX players are starting to wake up a little bit more. They're given some of their comfort roles, and they're definitely
Oh, wow,
going to be
that's-
trying to run it down today.
Yeah, when you're playing against PRX, you cannot
So
let them
tiny, what's the
control
point?
You. You can't let them run the tempo. That's what GE need to do
Where do I
today.
put you guys?
They need to be able to hold their ground from a firepower perspective. That's been one thing
Right,
that's
just in
really
case
missing for this global team.
people
So
on YouTube
if they're
think
able
I'm
to
talking to
shoot back
myself, I am
consistently,
not.
they definitely have
I
a
am
chance,
not
but I don't wanna
that
see them
crazy,
start
I don't
slow,
think.
and I don't want to see them get run over by PRX's fast speed.
Yeah, absolutely. That is something that PRX often.
We'll make it to playoffs, chat. I have full trust. I think. I don't know. Is that a jinx? No, it's not.
Now we're talking about this a little bit earlier. The teams are very familiar with each other. The three Filipino players, Patman, and the two on Global Esports,
Ah,
and Poppy,
Tres.
and also Crystal and something.
Got my
has been
water.
History too. Our two Russian
Ready.
players. So I think
Yeah.
they're going to be having a lot of fun today, whatever the result is.
Yeah, a lot of overlap in Origins, even for like Jemkin.
Hey,
A lot of
don't
these
judge it
Russian
too much on the
players
map
sticking
picks,
around the
okay?
Japanese scene in
Last
Tier
week,
2 and then coming
we
into
picked,
Pacific. So, a lot of very big firepower players
Pearl
from that region of the
against
world.
DFM
And a lot of
113, but we
people
won,
from the
so
Tier 2
I'ma not judge it by that
we
anymore.
do have.
How are we
For
doing?
this
I'm doing
game, though,
okay.
I think for GE, I mean, the fact of the matter is they're going to have to start attacking side of split. They've chosen
GE lose,
that,
yes.
so
If GE
while
lose,
they
they're
do
not gonna
need to
be.
start strong in
I
terms
think this
of,
is
like,
just
actually picking up
like.
rounds, I think it is going to be a slow
Right,
start
winner
to
makes
this
it to
game. I
playoffs,
think
right?
their
Both
attacking
ways?
side of split has been very slow, has been a very crawling pace thus far.
Yeah, when we look at the difference between the plant times for
What's
these,
have ads? How
Global
do you turn off
Esports, it normally
ads?
takes them
Wait, is
about
there
a minute
ads on
and 6,
YouTube?
PRX 43 seconds.
That's huge.
And you can
Ah!
almost see this difference
That's a thing?
reflected in the composition style.
Okay, wait, just a
Yeah,
minute.
for sure. So we'll take a little bit of a look.
I'ma
at
turn
what
off
GE
all
are
ads, but I
playing.
don't know
Darren's gonna
how.
be on the raise.
Wait.
I wouldn't be surprised if they kept, honestly, Yudatan on the race.
Oh,
'cause that's what they
I
played
see,
in
I
Kickoff
see, I
with this
see.
exact same
Insert
team,
meat
exact
roast
same comp. They're gonna
manually.
keep the
Okay,
race
I turned off the
consistent
ads.
and play the
Chill.
comp they're familiar
Ah,
with.
I didn't know
Usually
YouTube
doing
had
a lot
had
of
ads.
slower kind of contact
Oh
aims
God.
into late rounds. So I want to see PRX control a
Hey,
round
watch it so I get
and
money. What the hell?
Yeah, PRX's style clearly.
Hey, yo,
the
my
polar
first
opposite. We're
YouTube
seeing
money,
the
bro.
different
Well, I
roles
mean, like,
with
live
Jim
stream
back
money.
on
You
the
know what I
race,
mean.
Forsaken
Live stream
taking
thingy?
that omen.
Yeah.
So their style is, of course, much faster. We're going to see them fighting.
No,
for
I
that
put it
space
on
with
manual,
defense,
so if I
trying
don't
to
run
restrict
ads, they will
GE's
never get
control.
ads, right?
Got to see a little bit on the camera. PRX warming up a little bit.
You know what YouTube just sent me? Now would be a good time to insert ads. Creator earn more money inserting ads. The more viewers are watching, give it a try. They're asking me to run ads right now, bro. What the hell? Chill, bro.
Do or die match. And like Coach Elevated from Global Esports says, the question in winning is who wants the playoffs.
Wait, I must remember everything I'm doing right now.
Quack and Komodo.
Like, it's gonna stay on the internet now because now I have YouTube bots. YouTube bot? Is it called bots on YouTube or just?
Thank you very
YouTube?
much, Victoria, Big Time Bilski. Yeah. Do you want to pick the playoff spot, Dion?
Me playing on the stage?
No, I'm not gonna.
Really commit to that one.
I don't think it's good to run ads,
Uncomfortable here for sure,
especially
but I
during
mean,
watch
just
parties.
taking a
Like,
look at
how do you watch the
Asian
game?
selection so far,
But I tried turning it off.
I mean, it makes sense.
Let me know
for
if
for
ads
my
still
side of
run.
things, having Darion just
YouTubers,
substituting towards
I
what
don't
Victory
know.
was. That one is
I
a
hope
little
not.
bit, expected here. But on the flip side for PRX, changing it up, You know, used to seeing them float with the sky on.
My
Forsaken,
frame
but
too
that
high.
seems, to
Too
go
oh,
away
too
right now.
little?
He's going to be back on towards
What do you
the
mean?
Omen, which we did see some good performance from him picking it up for the first time against DFM.
Got an ad as you're
on
clicking.
Lotus.
I turned it off!
That is the second map of this series as well.
How to
Maybe
read
it's just
predictions?
a
I don't know how to do it on
Possibly.
YouTube,
I mean,
bro.
that's kind of an
Let's get
interesting
there.
as well, just given the fact that PRX, actually both
Hey, yo.
teams, honestly, in this entire map veto, they haven't really played it since
I don't know, chat. I don't know how to use this.
Possibly PRX with the map pick itself.
Yeah.
PRX
Stress.
coming with this composition where we now see something on the Yuri a lot more often.
And this is
Dude, it's so awkward.
time for playoffs, everybody.
Alright.
You have to remember that
Game time.
This one, both teams currently at the 1 to 3 mark with GE opening up stage 1 against
Volume is okay,
DFM,
right?
with
Game
the
volume
dub
is okay?
there, 2-0, but mapless since then. And for PRX,
Only
well, they've always got a map in
I'll do it
every
later.
single
Okay.
one of their series,
Lucky!
finally DFM as
Sorry,
well in that heated third
wait,
map we saw last week.
Which is where we come down to this
Ah!
final series.
Volume's kinda
in the
low? Oh,
final
shit.
Week of group
Better?
stage. Can PRX make it through to playoffs? It all kicks off right here.
And as we saw,
I'll drag the alerts off so it's
Global
not too
Esports on the
messy, okay,
attacking
guys?
side right now, but look at just the numbers for PRX
Better? Okay, great.
around mid. They have a great
Thank you.
idea on how they want to play this pistol round to contain this.
Stars around as well, though. So they will keep themselves backwards in towards Crystal now, who then pushes in towards Vince.
Gets awkward though, doesn't it? You hear the shots, more members up at the B tower. You need to see something big come out from Forsaken.
A bit of a survival smoke towards the top of ramp for now. They haven't quite
go
checked
big.
him out so far. Off towards the wayside on the edges of the
Oh, good, he
smoke,
got
though, and
two.
He does find the double. Trades out from Crystal, and then for Divine
Oh
to
my
flush
God.
back in. They're trying to
Bad
find some
start,
pot
but
shots
good
to
ending.
prevent GE from getting that spike down, and they will pick up the pistol right off the bat.
Okay,
Yeah, I
no,
thought
too
that round
early
was
to
actually
say that, but
gonna
you know
go
what I
towards
mean.
Global. The fact that Crystal's just kind of
Sorry.
stampeding up through the guts of mid, supported with the rest of the team. We've seen Crystal, you know, kind of in majority of the games that
Hello.
Global have played, be topping on the ratings for them. On the flip side, it was Jing who's somewhat been topping completely, besides one for Forsaken to come on through. But yeah, a pistol round that you look at the top 2 converting openers,
Thank
right?
God for
5
that,
versus
holy.
3 that they're able to get on back from that one. Makes things a little bit awkward when you feel that Crystal's just done the lion's share of the damage, and then it's divided. Just
Sorry if I'm
get
not
some
gonna
good
be,
taps
like,
out as well at the
speaking-
end there. A force up from Global is
It's covering
interesting,
it?
given by the fact that they didn't
But
actually
you guys
get the
can't
plant
see
down here.
through that? Oh,
Still going to try to
my bad.
bulldoze their way through.
Is it better
perhaps.
now?
Yeah.
Got
Oh,
the stars
God.
all placed out.
I didn't know it was
We know
blocking
that
it.
this is such an important game for
And I can
Global
move
that they
this
would have
down.
done probably the most prep that they ever would have coming in towards this week. You know, one game and you can get into playoffs.
Right, with
Good
the
start.
specific map pick as well. Right now, just being able to find some shots against a couple of the
know
PRX
what?
players, something
You guys
to
don't
trade
get to
with
see the
Guardian.
map.
Forsaken with his own Guardian as well. He does feel a lot of contact though, so the paranoia sent out. Maybe a bit of support from Pac-Man around the edges of this smoke as well, but close range, it's not going to find its targets. Now down to just Jing. He does have the Bulldog, but you also see rotations now coming up for Global.
It just needs to be some
I'm
good
so
shots
sorry.
to come out from Jing at the moment.
What?
So far.
I was adjusting my
Force up from Global,
things.
working a treat, but low HP.
I didn't
for
know
both of
this
these
was
members.
happening.
They have to play this one somewhat together. Or
Bro, I
make
was
the time.
adjusting my
Star
stupid
already on the spike,
layouts.
a Gravnet available
Thingy
too.
thingy.
Possibly to even play for
They forced?
range. Jing
What happened?
looking to close in
My
the
bad, bro.
distance for now, but
Wait.
he dives right up on top. It's an easy
Yeah,
shot
okay, so
for
I'm
Kelly
guessing
S
they
to bring
forced-
one round back
forced
up
up,
on the
right?
board.
Yeah, you're not going to see too much consistency come out from a flying Bulldog there, unfortunately, but it would have been funny if Jing was able to
Bro.
find that one. You can criticize the buy up, the force up, all you want from Global, but they make those stingers
yeah,
sing,
it's-
that is for sure. At long distance range,
Oh,
something not able to
no.
get it done with the Guardian nor Forsaken, really. And then it's again just through the smokes where you think that
Dear.
PRX have a player in the right position.
Okay, I'm a
but Sheriff
lock-in,
versus
guys.
Stinger, not
Sorry
gonna
if
work out
I'm
there,
not,
unfortunately.
like,
This is where you're going to have some
replying
good
to you.
decision
Don't get mad at
making
me.
from PRX on this
Slap your
defensive
ass.
side to have
I'm
an
just
answer
gonna
back,
watch
if not
now.
this round, the round after.
See, I got distracted just now. God damn it.
Perhaps a little bit more consistency as well. They're going to attempt at peeking out, though. Tripwires across for now.
This is risky for Pac-Man because, I mean, he's got the gun and he's by himself as a fade. It's not generally a situation that you would look to see someone pretty self-sufficient in. You know, we see once upon a time Forsaken going for a lot of those plays with the bird when playing on the sky, but this is a bit of a different look for PRX now, T1-esque, right, with the comp that they are playing.
Also just trying to
What are
refill
the
the
odds?
space that their teammate has just fallen. So
We actually lose this.
Shrouded steps over the trip.
Yeah, but is it going to do too much, honestly, right? You just need to see something big come out from
Just kidding, sorry.
Mail, but if not, it's just going to be something. One blind side. He's got the fake out clone as well available, which is actually going to get sent pretty early here.
Yeah, not much to really stall, but I think one big point would be the dark cover that Forsaken just sent out. I do believe Yudotan just noted it.
And it's the flank, and now they're all contained. Look at that. That's numbers for Forsaken.
Paranoia back in as well. He still has to contend with all 4 of them, though. He's the
you're
only
not
one
even
holding the angle. Actually,
they're rotating. This is risky.
To go through to Mail. The Prowler as well, but Devi looks to get ahead of it. Does find the first shot. Paint shells out from Jing now.
A spike,
and that's a second kill as well. Forsaken now coming back in from top mid.
It wasn't even a judge or anything.
And even though Poppy can still find some shots, it's 10 seconds left, and yeah, you're right, Komodo. The spike on the ground.
Yeah, that's some really ill decision-making to come through from Global, but you flip it on its head, and that's some great decision-making from PRX. They have a bit of an overstep in the beginning from Patman.
Okay.
But apart from that, everything is just pretty clinical, right? You've got time being bought from something on the side itself with the clone. You've got the poison cloud being popped. You've got the dark cover that comes, and it's all just buying time for Forsaken to get this flank happening. As soon as he gets that first kill and the Paranoia goes out, GE are really locked and contained in Garage. They don't know how many members are exactly on that B site ready, and with sub 30 seconds, I mean, it gets very difficult to try and get into the site like that.
Does not feel weird, guys.
Great round to come out from PRX to now bring some
4
stability back to this defensive side.
Still got those guns as well. Well, GE still able to buy up somewhat. Look to push in towards B this time.
Just down on the timing. Again, an emphasis on mid from a bit of this util, but an off angle from Forsaken.
Get out!
No! Tries to TP away, but punished by Darien.
Gotta remember, he is relatively new to this Omen role too. Has to configure a lot of the timings almost mid-map.
Yeah, the angle's still somewhat exposed. That said, though, Jing will happily take a kill against Yudotan down middle, but it's also the spike and the site, you know, somewhat granted to Global Esports.
Jing might look to just satchel in with the judge.
Bam, bam!
Just that alongside the Prowler. The range not quite there, so Crystal still able to trade, but then for Patman to trade.
We're going to playoffs!
Yeah, the judge,
too early?
You think you might not be able to deliver on too much there, unfortunately. But
too early in a way where it's 4 p.m. That's too early. God damn it.
The team can pick up the scraps if you do need. It's a close quarters gun, but it's got some range towards it, and the damage was delivered there, so it's another round. This time in succession for PRX. Gotta say, Darian, if you're able to
when was the last time I jinxed my
really
team?
Early on this attacking side,
honestly,
has to bring some confidence to Global. Considering
a long time ago.
PatrickKoo have kind of.
What do you mean jinx? It's a blessing, bro. You guys gotta see it as a blessing. It's not always a jinx.
They're kind of
this
sitting
is
at the lowest in overall
blessing them
stats at the moment. So if you're wanting
I don't know what I'm saying. Just leave me alone.
No. In my mind, Darion stepping up is going to be an absolute net bonus for them because Crystal's already been really good. Yudotan's already been pretty good. Kalias has as well, right? So if you got another piece that is stepping up, it can be pretty potent for Global.
It's always been that 3 core and also the best possible stage for Darren to do it right now. You know, we've been talking about Crystal and something having some familiarity. Darien being coming from the Singaporean scene, you know, having that experience from Bleed as well. He's quite familiar with some of these PRX players too. So
which one? Huh?
That should give him some confidence. That's it. We're slowing things down.
Yeah, but the problem is when you're not running this Sentinel as PRX, you have to just be very proficient around your info gathering around the map, and that doesn't work out for Pepman. Caught in the open, the site is now
Oh, damn, I didn't know that.
Unfortunate. Forsaken now punished as well. You got the paint shells to continue pushing PRX off space, but Jing happy to go for this fight against Darien. A bit more confidence coming up from PRX.
He's got showstopper but no satchels, so it'll be a scare tactic, or you got to get close already.
Okay, Crystal is close, however. It does set the Nightfall as well, just to keep PRX away.
And you got this flank being watched by something. He's a little bit apparent that Papi might be coming for it. Keep an eye on that one.
Still got to watch out for the possible timed peaks. Crystal still watching off towards elbow, but here comes Jing with a huge party. It does blow up in Crystal's face. But then, for the Global Esports players to continue holding, that's when the lurk comes up. You got a player up over by Rams as well, and something has to watch for it. Jing still sticking on to the spike, though. It's a grab net. It's Annihilation. It gets Jing off halfway, and that will be the round picked up by Global.
I don't know. Like, I'm going to put my hat in the ring here. I don't know if that Gravity Well was bait to just keep them in the spike itself, even on the defuse, ready with the Annihilation. Because you're usually using them to pull them off the defuse, right? That didn't work. He's still able to stick it there. And And to be fair, Jing
Look at all the
full
bots.
defuse before that Annihilation came out. There could have been an
kidding,
awkward
calm
result there for Global at the end of it. But I got to say, the beginning stages for them, mid is looking a little bit unattainable in positions. You pivot over towards the A site. Patman's caught out in the open, none the wiser. And you're getting into the site. You're setting yourselves
fine, right?
up. You've got a flank. Like, these are some really good things to come through from Global.
Right, of course.
And you mentioned, you know, you needed to see Darren step up, and he did just that in that previous round. What happens about this round, though?
Yeah,
PRX
he has
now
a judge.
noting that they need information, so you see them
The
beginning
mail
to
room.
peek out into the
Go
garage a
boom,
little bit
boom.
more.
Can't come through mid.
Adjustment at
Be
the
okay.
moment
You have to go through
as well
vents.
from Global.
Awoo, awoo.
Just slow and steady. You've got a little bit more eyes on Garage this time with Pappy just holding about. But an operator for something and Forsaken in tow. How confident are they that they want to remain around
sorry, the match
Garage?
volume is too
Now
loud.
got
My
something
bad, my
on
bad.
the line,
Better?
and he's got the opener as well. No smokes on a map like Split. Quack can get awkward.
2 more.
Awkward
For
is
watch
one
parties.
way to put it. And Jing will just, well, if you have social anxiety, now this is not the scenario that you want to be in. 3 players left. They still got to try, though. Darren does have a showstopper as well.
You got to cut some corners here as Global. You need to at least find a free gimme, you'd think, a pre-fire on towards something who's still
Did it clear
holding
this?
the Garage line. If you're shouldering this one slowly,
They do not!
it's not going to work out, and Darion falls.
At least attempted at a swing, but yes, that will be something very much still controlling this sight line down B.
Yeah.
Oh my.
And we did hear it earlier on from Mr. Big Time, right? How long does it take Global Esports to try and get into these sites, to try and get a plant? It takes over a minute 10, essentially, for this B site before they look to get in. But this time, well, they're not breaking down in towards the site. You hope they're not breaking down in the comms now, because you feel like they're starting to get a wriggle on this attacking side.
Aw.
It's not working out.
Oi!
These kills are almost inconsequential
Okay, it's okay.
in terms of
We
the
won the
rounds.
round. We
But a
won the
couple of
round.
extra ulti orbs, I mean, you'll take that as Crystal to
Fine.
get closer to a Nightfall.
Yeah, 4 more. Still
you
gotta
Kenyon,
keep
thank you
an
for the
eye on that.
prime,
You
thank
play
you
with the
Trickster,
economy,
thank you for
most
the raid.
importantly for PaperX, right? They've not built up
Hello,
all of
humans.
their credits at the moment. They're going to have to do some quick maths.
Everywhere.
Quick allocation on what weapons they still want to be purchasing up. I saw a tail end of an operator coming out.
Yeah,
into
I
this
had my
next
first
round.
person
Sorry,
telling me
outlaw.
to do more
Into this
YouTube
next round
streams.
because you've lost the operator now. of
Goodbye,
course.
Twitch. I'm just kidding, calm down.
Which
Wait.
does kind of, you know,
Yo.
mean that you're going to lose some control
I'm
as
just
well.
dumb. Bro,
You're
I
gonna
did
be
it
pushed up
literally
to the
10
again.
minutes
If Crystal's
before
going
I went
first or
live.
Pappy's going
Like
first,
on
I mean,
Twitch.
the
I was
Outlaws
doing my
finish
YouTube
them off
thumbnail
quite quickly,
10
but I wouldn't
minutes
be surprised if they
before
just
I
switch
went
in
live. I
towards
was
a bit of a
panicking.
rotate
I didn't know I
scenario
needed a
here as
thumbnail
PaperX
for
because
YouTube.
you've got the
For like
dimensional
live
drift,
streams.
You've got From the Shadows.
They never told
What
me.
else you've
Nobody
got
told me anything. I don't know what's
is
going
another
on.
line deep
Then they
being
told me to
held by
upload a
someone.
thumbnail. I
Other
was
side of the map
like,
this time, supported
ah.
by Patman, supported by
Oh,
Jing.
okay,
Now
take
you
this,
can
I
fall
guess.
off and kind of stave off Global from going into this B side because
Yay.
they're all getting ready
Thank
outside
you.
Garage. Sonic
I
sensor
just
popped.
used the VCT
In case any
Pacific
pushes do happen
picture.
later on.
Which ain't too bad. Patman does have the
Let me know
Nightfall
if
now
the
also because
volume
he
gets
picked up that
wonky.
Althorp,
I
so
think my
just
headphones
watching
have
further now,
been
those smokes
destroying
buying
the
some
audio.
time for PaperX around the B site.
And the onus is kind of on Global Esports right now. Where do they want to try and transition to finish off this round? If it's going to be towards the Bravo site, well, there's 4 members there of PaperX.
Well, G trying to be tactical with their approach, you know, trying to suss out as much of these positions as possible with the Prowlers.
Spotted out something, pushed up through main. They want to pivot in towards the A side. It wouldn't be the worst idea.
Oh, but the Judge and Jing as well, just to hold it down pat. Linear angles, and it's the paranoia that flushes Kelly's all the way to Garage. Petman holding down B as well. The Outlaw getting taken out by Yudotan though, so possibly we got an Alpha plant.
Yeah, but the thing is, Forsaken, if he takes the one-on-one duel here, it could upset the whole round with Kallias running a marathon towards the site. PaperX beat them here to the site before the spike even gets here. They don't have to wait for a plan here. They could recognize by timing
Looking
that Kallias has to
good!
go for the plant, and it's just unachievable now. This is another round where
Breathe!
Global are too slow.
That was, you know, really appropriate point being brought up by the desk, big time, and noted it immediately. And, you know, perhaps it was an attempt at being tactical, but just some moments hesitation, and they fell, you know, down around Mail.
There's no pressure. There is no pressure that PaperX are feeling like in a situation like this. Through the dark cover, you've got 3 members watching the mail location. Showstopper doesn't even get ripped out in that one. Yeah, you lose
Can't believe it's
something
been a
with
week
the
since I'm
Outlaw,
there.
But you did pick up the operator with
The whole
Divided,
ass week
so
just
they're
passed.
getting out of
Time
this
passed
as a
really
complete
fast,
net
no?
positive as
Holy-
PaperX.
Wait,
You've
every
got
round we
the
really
round, you're
raffle, no?
building credits, you've got the operator.
And for
you
YouTube, I do not know how
of
to raffle
yourself,
on
and
YouTube.
you remove the
I'm so
Showstopper of
sorry.
Therion.
If you're
I'll figure it
PaperX,
out the
you
next
see
time.
this as an absolute win. You've got all these ultimates online as well now. You can get cooking.
Absolutely. absolutely. And we're cooking with gas. We've got good flames here. No flint and steel. That's a lucky shot, I'll say. A little bit there. Stinger on towards something's head, but he braves it.
Let's get down low, but also for Davai now to hide inside of this smoke. Poppy trying to get sneaky around the sides, and he will find the sheriff shot.
Yeah, but look what GE have managed to do. They've got in towards the A site with a Cosmic Divide dropped.
And then for Forsaken to find that trade back onto Poppy. So Spike down, you got the Dimensional Drift now going in from something.
Get all the information that you possibly can, recognize no one's on the side itself. Well, where are they going to be? Screens, it's the only option.
100% Forsaken to take the first kill. Kelly has to trade right back though. Something now trying to disrupt the position coming out from Kelly S with the blind side, holds the angle then.
Oh, double shorties!
You don't tell Also getting taken down. Kelly S now into the shorty 1v1 around the corner. He's hopping and something goes and peeks into it. A beautiful quad coming out from Kelly S in round number 8.
Oh, my camera when I was
around that site there,
at the VCT arena was my camera. This camera, that's why I brought my own camera.
Forsaken goes for another tap onto the spike.
That's why it's different.
You technically don't know if they're holding it or not, but the sonic sensor going down, it makes something get a little bit more awkward. A single shot out, and well, he's getting stunned up, and the HP was there in advantage for Kelly S. Great little round to come out from them on the
damn, the reaction time, no.
As well. I mean, if
you could ever react like that.
Quack, we're just gonna get some.
Yeah, I am from Antarctica. I moved to Singapore.
Strange, you know,
That's where I'm
unorthodox
from.
rounds in terms of any sort of consistency.
The camera they gave us was a little bit. The quality was a little bit.
Into the upside down now. Darren with the op takes down Jing up by
not unusable though. Ken is just
catered for as well.
a little bit overexposed, I think.
Mid with Kelly S putting the sonic sensor there, and in this sort of situation with Global Esports getting.
But I brought my own camera anyway,
they don't
so
even necessarily need to worry about mid whatsoever. Give that over to PRX.
Learn my lesson from 2 years ago.
That weakens the extremities of the map. That weakens any defending at the A side or any defending at the B side, especially if you figure out where any other members are currently situated.
Yeah, I'm Canadian.
Precisely that. They just saw a Prowler down A ramp as well. Also the smoke, so that gives them some idea. They're beginning to connect the dots, but they're still looking to get a pick off.
I believe I just heard, yeah, I did. A shot out from
Plus
something
I brought my
with the
own, he probably
operator in
didn't bring
garage.
it.
So now Global also know where that
Not fair to
is
compare like
currently
that.
playing.
Okay. Well, we do have Petman now beginning to rotate back over onto the B side.
Eh.
If something can find an opening pick here, this could be massive for PRX.
You just got to get through. The Flex got himself in Forsaken. Oh, at the A site.
What an angle to hold as well. He could potentially TP
Oh no,
back
this
safety.
is kind of looking a little
30
bit.
seconds, he's got a paranoia. He can stall a little bit. He hears all the footsteps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh!
Here comes that flash.
Oh,
not
Lord.
quite landing the burst.
He got the kill, it doesn't matter! Whatever happens before you get the kill does not matter.
And now to hold the off angle. GE
They check
just
this?
have to go.
They
They're
don't.
floating into it, but into the blender they go, and Defy
Oh my- oh, whoa,
to
whoa.
burst them down
Ambitious.
with the Phantom. Crystal for the trade, but Defy still collecting.
Holy!
onto the
Wait, they
3K.
didn't check.
Somebody needs to
What?
let Global Esports know that we had
It's not a whiff if you get the
earlier
kill.
in this tournament.
I
and it
mean,
was RRQ. The
At
clock
least that's
needs
what
to
we're going
be,
for, right?
you know, watched on this attacking side of Split. You can't play disrespect against the time.
Yeah, we're
Oh
just
my
tapping
God.
on our wristwatches right here
Oh.
because this
It's time to go.
definitely,
Yeah, they only watched one angle.
definitely felt
Pew!
kind of like they're putting themselves
Raffle,
in a bit of a cage. 3
enough
to 6
raffle
currently
roll.
is the score, and PRX taking the lead.
I mean, the Global more confident in their ecos, in their thrifties. They've done more damage so far with that sort of weaponry.
Yeah, I imagine maybe it's a little bit of that emotional pressure as well. Perhaps with the ecos, then they begin to feel like they can just let loose, but then they go straight into Divide, who's just spraying into the smokes. Forsaken now off from Vents. He does get traded by Crystal, though.
So got to be a little bit careful.
Don't
if you're
get
going very
thrifted,
close,
please!
Because they're just going to rob you of
Not
your
this
life in
again!
round yet again. Yes, Divide was good for one with the Poison Cloud Toxins and the Snake Bite, but now
Oh my God.
stands with
No
the
way.
Phantom, and he cannot.
Not
An
again.
Opportunity now for Global with Quack. Time to spare.
You got a full minute to work off of. Certainly, the Global squad will begin to assert themselves across the map. They found themselves with rifles picked up. You've got Crystal onto, more utility to clear out positions.
And Patman's just throwing the horn over at the A side of the map. So who do you favor? Going into a known quantity of Patman on this fade with a bit of util used, or an unknown, unexpected position of something on this Yoro where you know the operator's in play?
Obviously, you're going to go for Petman, but
no
he's
way.
still able to hold the angle. A double kill found by Petman.
Okay.
Just Poppy
He's low.
versus something now. We've been talking up the Poppy
That's the op. Does he
clutches.
change it?
We haven't seen them too much.
Yep, one smoke available to use his gravity well for time a little bit later on. Something getting rid of the operator, a Phantom in play, and now it comes down to where you think Papi goes.
Not gonna lie, Komodo, I feel like I'm favoring something a little bit more this one. He's got flashes, he's got a clone, and fake footsteps. Meanwhile, Papi just trying to hide around his smokes. He's inside of screens right now. It's a tight corner that he's
Not
holding.
everything, but basically everything.
Go in for the tap here.
Can win
No,
this.
he won't. He's just trying to play around the corners. No smoke available for Papi whatsoever, remember?
Oh,
Get it high.
Halfway. Papi playing the patient game.
You know what? It happens every PRX game. Every map it has to happen at least once. It's okay.
Something trying to clear
It's okay.
every corner that he possibly
according to
can,
script so
but
far.
Papi just repositioning quite nicely. You know, generally you would expect, or
Oh, what the hell did
this
pop up?
player in a situation like that, when you go for a bit of an open
What just
plan,
happened?
put a star
Oh,
on the
what?
spike, you may be playing from heaven, or you're wrapping around through.
Wait,
a
I heard
ramp,
my
playing over
computer.
main, but Papi just very chilled in that
Ow?
moment, goes in towards screens because you isolate how many angles something could potentially go.
happened?
He's more than often than not going to have to clear around the whole site, and then maybe
I have no
expect you
idea.
to come from heaven.
But,
Great
oh no,
little
no, it's
individual
mine, but
moment
I
there from
don't
Papi.
know what it was.
To keep Global in play, 4-6. They convert this one, 5-6, or you know, you're tying up at the half, or it's 5-7 at worst.
And it was a bit of a swing round as well. I mean, PaperX now find themselves with lesser weaponry. Good guns on the other side for Global, and they could, yes, potentially tie this up.
Global Esports are just very slow to gain this A main control. I like the fact that they are here a little bit earlier though this time, right? Generally, they've given a lot of respect over towards PaperX and what numbers they're putting up through ramp, who's holding over the main side, whether it's been Patman, whether it's been Forsaken.
Oh, but also this time with the weaker guns, now PaperX not really holding A ramp up front. It's just divide jump peek, and he's already been spotted out. Global still kind of piecing things together.
I believe something might have just seen the shoulder of Darion too, but it doesn't matter. Not able to best that Outlaw.
A little bit more confidence with the peaks now. The second kill found in the round. Divine try to regain that weapon to hold down the position, but he's not able to since the firing squad from Global has marched up.
Now you just need to see Global Esports not falter. Darion to have a great multi-fragging round on for the 4K. And who stands behind him but Forsaken with a classic.
Oh, it's a classic. So here's what he's going to do, Komodo. He's going to spam crouch a bunch behind the boxes. He's going to hold the angle.
See, I think he's going to smoke him off and then try and just go up with the spike because there's a wall keeping them in screens that they now get through.
But he also hears the guns firing off nearby.
Oh, they know where he is.
Oh, it has to peek out.
Nice work from Crystal. That's going to be the 5th on the round on the scoreboard rather for Global Esports. And as I said just previously, right, they can make it a tight scoreline at 6-6 or worse now 5-7, where I got to say it.
I don't want to say anything.
When they've got time
I'm just gonna
to
watch.
play with, they're looking better.
Thank you, Joa.
When
Thank
they
you,
don't have
PB.
time,
Thank you for the
they're not looking that
sub.
good. So play with the time. Better adjustments from them so far. Just gathering some control a little bit earlier in through mains, right? We've seen them get into garage when they're pushing them back. We've seen them get up through A side of the map as well.
Especially when Darren's the one finding these opening picks. Those were anti-ecos though, and now we are positioned for an explosive final round of this first half. You've got ults aplenty for Global.
I mean, when you're considering getting in towards one of these sites, just Crystal with the Nightfall to be able to you know, off-put any audio, the HP, you send in Darion at the same time. You got options to go still for these traps that the Gravnet and the paint shells offer you.
Could PaperX be positioning for a retake then, though? So Jing with the showstopper?
I mean, a definite situation where we've seen Global Esports favor mid a lot of the time just by this repositioning. Now at the minute mark, PaperX need to find some solidified information, right? Pushing in through garage, seeing nothing's there, leaving Patman to spot the info of the util over at this A site. Gives him an idea that ramp is going to be a little bit void of information.
Calls Jing over, just check with the boombot. Patman does have the haunt refresh as well.
It's good macro ideas from PaperX, using this utility now to gather information.
They don't see too much until Yudotan goes in for the peek, but gets burst down by something. Into garage now with the Nightfall.
And now they know where it's happening, right? It's the B site that this is ending up. We see the combo of utility, a showstopper missing its mark.
Oh, but still the kill collapsed on towards Devi. Annihilation just to push PaperX a little bit further back, and then the Bear Mesh coming in. You got the showstopper from Jing, though, and he blows up the site. Papi getting blown up. Patman to trade. Kelly S trying to find some trades as well. They beginning to run out of time, but they still get the spike down. It came so close, Komodo.
2-on-2.
Got some flashes. Forsaken, healthy and full, and they're going in for the peaks. They found out where Crystal is, just down to the peaks and the kills. Now, mechanical skill, Forsaken goes in out front. The C's from Crystal, but still Forsaken hunkers down.
Okay, switching
I think,
sides.
Crystal at the end there may have
We'll
just
do
ran out
better,
of ammunition
right?
to bring the C's to try and find himself some timing, or maybe miscounted a couple of bullets left in the chamber. Either way that one goes, bringing out Util at that mark there. A little bit unfortunate to not win the 1 versus 1, and I got to say, within that round there as well, Global Esports making sure that the trades were there to keep in the contest, right? How many times did we just see Kalias reposition himself around the sides, try and get involved in a lot of those duels? When the blindside came out from something there as well. Unfortunate on the planter that peeks out, gets completely blinded, and loses their life for, again, more trades. So I gotta say, Global, we've seen a little bit more proactivity from them when the time isn't really clicking on down towards its 0 second
How are we doing?
mark. Are they going to
I'm
be
like
able
gonna
to
break out in a
transition
rush
now
soon.
towards this defensive side? Because when you look towards what they're running on the Cypher,
Also,
right, they're gonna have a lot of stopping
I think
power.
YouTube
They're gonna
chat-
have a lot of utility.
I think my
that
quality
we
is a
need to
little
see
bit
cleared
shit,
out
right?
From the likes of Patman, from the likes
I'm
of
so
King.
sorry, I don't know how to fix it. This is my first time streaming on YouTube. I really do not know how to fix it. It's not too bad, right? I'm so sorry, man.
Running this rather defensive
I don't know how to fix
Maybe a more
it.
iconic duo than PRX.
Micro, thank you for the fire bit.
You had to say it, hadn't you? Oh man, it certainly
Is
is something that
I don't know.
has been
I think
happening throughout
quality-wise
this
for
group stage.
YouTube,
We
you guys are
cannot
suffering,
deny it.
but
No, not
still
at
watchable?
all. And
Okay.
even then, when they're looking to
Sorry,
get their
I
first
don't
series
know how
win,
to fix
the
it.
overtime that
I
we
need a
had,
tech expert. What is that? Why is my PC doing that weird thing?
It was a map.
Week before that,
It was a map.
yeah. We've got some shenanigans happening. I must say though, this first half coming out from PRX, it has looked a little bit cleaner. They were certainly more aware of what Global Esports might look to deploy against them.
Yeah, Forsaken as well. Feeling a little bit more comfortable in the
stressful.
Omen just by positioning and timing on the dark covers as well, right? When he first brought it out, I saw some egregious smokes that the timing was very questionable. I could say the same for Jing a little bit as well when he first adopted it, but also learning is really good for PRX.
I'll fix it next time, okay?
Well.
I think right now it's too
late.
late.
Clone at least Darian though now
I
with
just
the
wanna
frenzy,
win.
just inside events, and he's able to take 2 down. The burst out from Helios with the right clicks, but still Patman to trade. But PRX do find themselves at a huge numbers disadvantage.
What can Divide do here, though? A little bit unknown in Garage at the moment. You've got a grouping up of the global members, but Patman, 5 HP, can try and keep them entertained at the site of A.
5 HP, but with a
But if you're
sheriff,
global,
2 body shots,
surely
XD,
you
XD.
recognize that Petman either goes up mid or back into A tower.
Yeah. And this is why Papi's just making sure that he's spotting it out. He doesn't necessarily need
I feel like
to
I'm gonna
stick
break
around
out
for a
in
duel with
rashes.
5 HP.
I'm not even kidding,
Devi's
dude.
gotta make some noise.
Kinda
with
feel
Brother
it.
out here, but all right, just going in out for the peaks. He does
scared
get
him.
that dink.
Okay,
Divine now
okay.
snuck all the way through
100
with the
HP,
Sheriff as
sheriffs.
Need to see a
Bam,
shot
bam,
from him.
ditch,
Yudotan
bam.
watching
Woo, on the
Yudo
hit.
falls.
And possibly a little bit more as well as he threads the needle onto Crystal.
That's so quick.
Poppy though, looking to play spoiler, 1v2, takes down Patman, the first to fall. Divine now, just one more shot. He's running out of ammo and backed into the pillar. Now potential opportunity for Poppy as he sends out the no
1 HP,
pulse.
1 body shot, tickle his toes.
Oh, might have spotted out his foot.
Got
just
it!
with a
He didn't even
cross
tickle
and
his
place to
toes!
top it off.
The headshot, and for
Where
what?
have those shots
Who
come from
knows?
from
Who
Divine?
cares? We'll take
Headshots
it.
out with the Sheriff.
Holy!
Absolutely clinical. Quick to come out from him as well.
Woo! Well played.
We needed to see
shot.
somebody step up in this series, right? We need to see some sort of consistency. And I mean, if Devi is going to be stepping up, I'm all for it. If Darion's stepping up on this raise as well, I'm all for it. I thought that this pistol round was looking pretty good from Global
My
Esports
God.
yet again to be able to try and figure things out. But it's once more like the first one. You think Global get a lead in a pistol,
they're
and
happy.
PRX bring it back.
Oh, Komodo, I know, right? I mean, both teams feeling themselves backed against the ropes, and they're just trying to fight tooth and
What?
nail
Okay,
for this.
I don't.
but
Oh,
something
they
now
forced
shot
up
through
again. That's
smokes.
G.
I think maybe
Always
he
do
just
this
saw
or
him at
what?
the top of the toxic screen.
Good chance for that
Wait.
to happen, but also now for Global to necessarily come back into refill space. The Outlaw picked up once again. Yudotan, though,
Whoa.
not quite landing the shots, has to run back to reload, almost getting tagged out by Jing. The paint shells does flush him out into the open, where Devi collects. Just Crystal on the site now. He's got the stinger. He will find his first shot, but 7 rounds left in the mag, and Forsaken to collect.
And look who's going hunting at the moment, Jing. He will be reeled back a little bit here with the rest of the squad, but he will hear the footsteps.
Oh,
And hides into the smokes. Oh, Komodo, this could be dangerous for Jing as well because the Stingers on the other side. Kellyes.
They don't go together, but he still wins that.
Grafnet now, and they've heard Defy as well. Second kill found. This could still go over to Global Esports. You do have Forsaken perched up on top, though. With elevation, he might be able to throw them off, but it's not even needed. Patman just by screens.
There's 13 HP between the two of them, and somehow they managed to weather that one and not
Okay,
drop the second round yet again, like the first half. I also hate highlighting these components Okay, that shot's ridiculous there by something.
Oh my god.
Yudotan, someone who has been absolutely pivotal to a lot of successive rounds for global esports this
Is there
stage,
such
even,
a thing called
regardless of them not winning matches, he's been such a
Rash?
solid rock for them.
Like,
He's
I'm
really
watching
getting
this
cut down
game,
size in
but
this
it's
match.
suddenly making me itchy.
Ooh, yeah, let's take a look.
What's like, I feel like this is some weird ass stress rash, bro. What's going on? Oh, it exists. Raffle, bro, enough, bro. Enough, Raffle. I take everything back. No Raffle.
Nowhere to be found.
Yeah, just making sure that you're going to
Jesus
be
Christ.
covering where you need to with the force up of Global in the last round. They're not going to be playing a pretty bonus here. They take
Uncle
knee,
top frag. Wait.
potentially
Press
concede
tab.
the double digits to PRX, who will lose the first shot.
Nice trade.
Say Yudotan's name, and he fires in.
Yeah, they forced up, didn't they?
We'll pick up nonetheless.
Should be able to get this round as well.
From ropes just to try to play around tower.
He's got his fabled weapon in the sting up.
Dark cover on the side though. Forsaken, he's TP'd upwards. Crystal, how could you possibly be aware? He bursts just to check. And now has a little bit more information. Forsaken.
Wait, GE fighting.
Back online for Kellyes too.
Not today for me. Today I am.
Could be even more.
PRX, please win.
PRX are currently positioned. All of them though from Global.
No offense, GE. We meet again after wanting GE to lose against Genji. Now I want PRX to win again. It looks like.
Finding the shots. Crystal, the Grafnet
No
does
offense,
go through,
GE.
but
It just
doesn't
so
quite
happens you
collapse
guys
onto
just
anyone
need to
either.
lose for us to win.
Jing and Divide just
Oh my
through.
god!
Obviously into the choke point. PRX finding double digits.
Oh,
does good
Jesus,
things
what
in
the
that
hell?
distance for Jing there when the opponent's done.
Okay, raffle! Fine! Nah, you know what? You guys get a raffle for that.
A little bit awkward.
Oh,
The
hell?
crossfires they're trying to establish. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, you're sitting here out in the open looking for some shots as Pac-Man. You've got a Seize, you've got a Prowler. Is anything going to come out? Nope. He's just going to try and stand and deliver, but it's Jing that does a little bit better from the distance. And now with the 3 on the trot that PRX find in this attacking side, we will finally see what the answer is going to look like for can they weather the buy-up of Global, or can Global do something on this defensive side now?
Well, we'll have to see Kellyes stand up to the challenge for now. Darren as well, as they both hold around middle.
See how much utility you can bait out here as well. Wouldn't be too bad of a thing for Global, right? Remove a couple of these key components of PRX and it gets a little bit more tricky to potentially get something to dive in towards the site and how you're setting them up. But you got to remember, double duelist, right? Jing can definitely let him lead in if needed.
With some of the utility that has gone out by middle as well, you know, PRX possibly beginning to gather that this is the current defensive setup that
Nightmare
GE
Fear!
is running. Just
Okay.
Poppy on this backside position around B. Easily dealt
Not
with.
funny,
The
but-
paint shell's completely blowing up in his face. You also have Annihilation now from Kellyes.
Oh,
as
this
an
is
attempt,
perfect.
but
Oh,
unfortunately
this
does
is
not quite
perfect.
connect.
Mwah!
Defy finding more shots down by middle.
Thank
and
you.
It's just Yudotan
Thank
left
you.
alone.
Okay, next
See what
map.
he can
We
do
should
in
be
this
done,
1
right,
versus
for
5
this
to
map?
Try and survive with the gun. Good for
Right?
one, but just
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
tail end
I am
now,
pretty sure
give
we're
a good
okay.
little golf clap towards PRX.
I love both
in
teams,
there.
it's hard to watch. Oh,
you know,
I'm sorry.
Attacked as a unit, right? They were very cohesive in how they're going together into that B site. They
As long as PRX win, I'm happy!
going in, they're dodging the Annihilation. You've got a TP backside as well. You've got great paint shells from Jing, which really, you know, catch Papi off guard, for example. There, just really good layering of utility to come out from PRX and make that B site execute pretty flawless. Like this round, for quote unquote, is a flawless when it was decided.
Absolutely concur with that. Yudotan, though, looking for some good damage. And this will be my attempt at golf.
5-11! Okay. I'm not too worried for this map now. I thought you
not
were
really a
at
golf
the venue.
connoisseur
No,
myself.
I was at the
Neither
venue
am I,
last
honestly.
week.
I have no idea what
I was the co-streamer last week, and guess who they have this week? Tens! What is a Spicyuuu, man?
you know,
They have tents now. So whoever bought like tickets last week, 07, this week would have been better. Bro.
Wait, what's the green thing called then? Grass.
Imagine.
Yeah, the green, isn't it? It's
Oh,
just called the green.
crazy, bro.
And there's like the fair.
Yeah,
I'm still waiting. You in Master Bangkok?
Let's pick a sport we actually know, or rather, let's play some Valorant.
I wanted to go
Yeah, still on
Bangkok
the Valorant that we know,
too.
because what we know right now is that Global need
Oh.
a discussion.
Desperately.
They need to flip things
He's
the other
sitting.
side.
I have no idea.
Patrick
There's
who-
two streamer
he's gonna
booths.
take
Is
a
he?
Red Bull.
I'm not sure
Yeah,
which
why
one
not?
he's at.
That
I mean,
could
if
be
you're getting some
something that
energy up somehow for this team, somebody
Where
needs
can I
to
watch
be,
my-
you know,
Hey,
bringing on the.
you wanna watch
Bringing up the energy.
my VODs
You expect them
on
to still be
YouTube
okay
now?
mentally
If you're
right
talking
now.
about watch party, I
But
mean,
Darren
other than that, this
certainly
I mean it's my
having a bit of
first
an
time
outstanding performance in the
the dual stream on
consistency
YouTube. So
mark for this
like
map, but the
we're
rest of
talking
the
about watch
team, I
party.
mean,
Now it's on
I'm
YouTube.
wondering what their
Previously,
economy's gonna look like for the next
I have no idea. If you're
Yeah,
talking about
know,
Korea, Korea has
trying
no
to do what
VODs.
he
That's even
could
worse.
at the
So
tail
I don't even
end
have
of
my own
last round,
VODs.
Of course, right? But you got a timeout here to
Are you
really
watching?
consider.
I think
more
so. Yeah.
broadly, not really the economy,
But
but how are you just getting back into
I
this
don't
map?
know
How are you getting a
on-
single defensive round on the
if
board
it's
with
gonna
what
be on
you've got
YouTube.
available, right? How
Which
are you
is-
getting Darren
Finally,
to
I know,
something with
right?
Judge?
It's about
How are you
time.
Potentially, you know,
But
setting
yeah.
up trap with
Because
Kelly
I
S,
didn't know if I
Yudotan,
stream on YouTube, they
a
would
lot of
save
this
my video
utility
there.
over towards the A side of the
I
map.
found that out recently. That's why I
Looking out
started
for any
doing
lurks
it.
up through mid with
So
the one at the
hi,
bottom of the ropes. You're
Tubers.
looking out at the top of ramp as well.
Tubers. Tubers.
Darren snuck in a garage, but yeah, the main hit.
Wait, you can
is
retract messages? What the
Alpha
hell?
Sight. Jing in with a showstopper does spot Poppy out, so now a good idea.
So you could
that
literally
most of
call
them
me
are
a bitch and
backside
take it back?
Screens. Something though,
Wow.
off of the top heaven position, will get gunned down.
I'm breathing,
Trades come
it's
through from
fine.
Forsaken
Let's go
and
to the
Petman
next
as they
map.
March on through from ramps. In towards back screen then is where Jing finds his target. Yudotan still trying to play spoiler around the site though. Jing to make quick work of him.
The judge.
Just down to Darren, who was transitioning over from the B site.
Remember, he's got a judge. Definitely need to see him upgrade a weapon. There's not one available at the ramps. The closest is wrapping around
Cat,
into the
later.
open at the entry choke of the site. Though no one will spot him there exactly.
Yeah, he's throwing the judge away.
It's good repositioning, by the way, from Jing, meanwhile.
Yes, that's going to be the main factor. Even if Petman falls around this position, which is apparently
Let's
not
go!
likely,
Next
Petman
map!
still consistently finding his form with this PaperX core.
Yeah, right now he is, you know, kind of dotting all the I's, crossing all the T's in terms of filling the void where needed around the map, setting up utilities
Less stress,
for them,
I
just
think
making sure that he's there to be the,
last
the
week
supporting cast for this
is
roster.
possibly the
If you're
most stress
looking
I've
for
ever
somebody
felt.
like that to
Watching
be
that PaperX
consistent
game, you know
for
what game
That's
I'm
what
talking
you
about.
need. 40 assists last
Yeah,
year.
ridiculous.
I've never felt.
Absolutely ridiculous. But certainly,
I burnt
you know,
people
we are seeing,
eardrums
you know, a
after
new
the game ended. I know I yelled
with,
in a
with
really
Batman
high-pitched
towards it and
way,
figuring
but
out
like,
a lot of the roles for these players and
yeah,
I mean,
last
on this
week
map,
I don't think
of course,
anything
as I
can
said,
beat
play the
last
team
week.
on style. It's looking alright. You know, something.
I'm retracting your messages. What the hell?
Kills, but you remember, he's found rounds by himself with the operator, with diving in towards the site.
Precisely. This time it's Divide in with the Outlaw, something up around
Well,
the back.
I mean,
the sudden push out from Global, not a bad idea, but still getting punished by it now. Poppy
Yeah, last
has
week
to
was
hold off Garage
not
by
fun.
himself. The Haunt, the
Oh,
boom
what the
pop
hell?
gives away his
Oi!
position. This could be it, Komodo.
Maybe
This is it!
someone check Jing PC.
Let's go,
Through the smoke
Lotus.
there, able to
Bye-bye.
find the kill to give PaperX the advantage in towards this post
Hello.
plant where they've got, well, spike down and one player advantage, as I said.
The Boombot gave him walls. That's that's what it was. Well, Crystal and Yudotan. Now, if Yudotan could possibly work his Neuro Theft to his advantage, maybe.
He's taking so long. You've got to expect the flank, right? Surely.
What is he?
Yeah, the slow
How is
creep
he?
up. And now
Wait, press
kind of
tab?
have an idea. Crystal, though, not too bad. Now the Nightfall.
If he clutch this, I give everybody $5 million, dude.
Hunt just to throw off the crosshair
Weird.
placement as well. Peeks out. But with the kills not found, Petman ends
Oh!
the map. The final scoreline bringing us to a 13.
Don't call me a jinx, but playoffs,
Yeah,
playoffs.
and I mean, that is a flawless attacking side
Sorry.
to come through from PaperX as well.
Rafa,
I didn't
take it,
think
take
I'd be
it,
saying that when
take
you
it, take
consider
it.
how you know,
Take it, take it.
usual defensively.
Nice, well played. Oh, why do we have to play at 4 p.m.?
Showing a lot of vulnerabilities and weaknesses on the side of Global
very good.
Esports. I think more individually than as a team. You know, there were a lot of moments.
Wait, are you
there where-
asking me
where
if I
Global
play
were just
Valorant?
losing individual duels,
Sadly,
the trades as well.
every goddamn day.
Specifically in a deadlock Cypher
Okay,
composition
not
where a
every
lot
day.
of
I didn't
the
play yesterday. I was
utility
editing yesterday. Look at
we didn't
me.
really see many traps
Being,
work
what is
out
it
for any
called?
kills. We didn't really see any
Productive.
Sonic sensors really work
Wait.
out for any kills either. So unfortunately for Global Esports,
Thank you,
they will
Saha.
be dropping their map pick.
Wait,
of
chat, do I have to
Splitya
mute
and
the
PaperX.
music
Well,
now
they
for
best
YouTube
versus
because
dropping
you
the
guys
first
told me
one in the
copyrighted,
series.
right?
Feels as
I don't
though
know
they
when.
have done their
What am I
homework. They were
doing?
quite aware
I don't know how to do
of
this,
the
man.
We're going to play against them. Meanwhile, for Global, no,
I muted
nice
now?
punches. Poppy having the one-
That is like pure silence, no?
Like you mentioned, mentioned, a lot of these moments, especially down by the second half.
Oh wait, I could just watch it here.
Absolutely.
Have it here too. What am I doing?
Well, this game here
Well, can I see? How do I watch my own stream?
towards the playoffs for a team like PRX. They've
Can I
never
not?
been in the playoffs, and for Global, they've never been in the playoffs.
New
so they have
channel.
to try and turn things around.
Oh, I can watch.
Of Lotus
Oh, wait, bro. Okay, chill. Wait. I thought there was going to be. Are most of my viewers on YouTube from Twitch? Are you guys from Twitch?
They've gotten a flawless attacking round now. What's going to happen on Lotus?
Why is it stuck on this page?
To our desk to tell us how.
Yeah, are most of you guys on YouTube from Twitch? It has to be, right?
You're just coaches of this fantasy
I
league.
did not see the viewership number. I thought it was like
Alex, how they're gonna do that on
No?
Lotus. Now for global esports, how did
Okay,
interesting
I did
first
not
half
know
there on defense.
there were
They tend to do well on defense.
people here. I was just dual streaming just so that I can save my video on YouTube. That's some people. Hi.
I feel like PRX knew this match. They knew what Global were going to be playing, and I feel like they countered it fairly well stylistically,
I liked it.
as well as just having those individual
Wow!
pops.
Wait, this is awkward. Hello? I wasn't looking at the numbers at all. Holy.
Very high in this map one, and it felt like they were consistently
Hello?
able to win.
Wait, how's the quality though?
I mean, G hasn't changed up anything.
Quality is
It's
terrible,
been
right?
Quite a while. It's been their pick and
How do
their
I-
go-tos from kickoff. They haven't showed any different styles on it just yet.
Wait, let me
shout out to
test.
Darian, he had a pretty good
Like,
game
you
away
guys were
from
talking about the
I
beat
was
rate
saying
being
put
dog shit.
Utatine on the raise,
Oh.
but he
Oh,
seemed very
good.
comfortable playing against some of the SGMY homies.
Oh, this is interesting. Oh, I'm so scared.
Familiar with up to this point now.
Don't
But
show
PRX
TOS.
played this map, like I said,
Show my
since
chat.
kickoff, and you knew that they were going to bring a different
Run ads? How? How?
game, and they went
How do you
back
run
to
ads? I don't know how.
just in a very different style. You had the Raze as well as the Yoru, and I think that combination of
Uh,
tools plays very well into Cypher Deadlock. Not that they really had to play.
You have
much attack,
ads?
to be honest. Only a
Eh,
few
how?
rounds needed once they got the game across.
But
the line.
thanks for watching on YouTube too, guys.
Use the
This is
Yoru
my
clone,
first
they
time.
use the Raze
Exciting.
utility. These are
Thank
some of
you.
the faster agents
Appreciate
and
it.
the meta agents
YouTubers?
that are very, very good against
Tubers?
Cypher Deadlock setup on
Tubers.
defense.
What are they
It's,
called?
very Singaporean to play two raises.
How do I run
two
ads?
Singaporeans here in VCT.
What is this
Raise.
button?
It is the
This is
Singapore
a
raise.
create highlight video.
We
Insert.
also had to give a little,
Uh-oh.
nod to something on the operator.
Yeah,
Wait,
and we've seen.
I
over
think I just
time,
ran.
something did not start out this stage upping, and now we can
How do
see
I stop
he's
it?
kind of stylistically moved back towards that a little bit more, and we saw that play out this game.
Yeah, I mean, he
Definitely.
didn't actually end up having that good of a game, but he had a lot of op kills on defense.
No, I don't
and
know
you
how
can see
to-
it here. He's actually doubled his
add
op kills
on.
going from week 4 into week 5, and now we're at the
You
start
got
of week
ads?
6.
But you're a
He's
mod.
the second highest in kills. for
WrestleMania,
operator
I'll
in
be
this competition.
there. I'll be watching
Famous is up
WWE.
here, but he's even just a little bit
Didn't
over
YouTube
par
us-
to
yeah,
his
but I
actual play
closed
yet,
it.
but He is actually
What an
really
ad?
getting the
Chat,
offense
do you wanna
up.
know
If
how
he
much
got
I
something
earn?
before, He's stuck on the
You know,
bridge.
somebody
He's
gave me
holding the
$2
line
just
now,
now, right?
He's getting back
But
on the duelist. He's
you know how
getting
much I
active.
earn on
He's putting
YouTube
on
the entire
confidence
day
in
right
chat
now?
when he's not feeling as
$2,
comfortable.
which was
He's
given,
getting
like, it was
off out
a
lot
tip
more,
just
which I
now.
know a lot of people have
$2
been asking
and
for.
1
This
cent.
is, I mean, quite
I got
entertaining,
1
probably
cent.
in their own personal selfish self-interests as fans, but even PaperX now starting to mix it into their
That's
play.
that's not,
Having
bro.
a
It's
decent
not.
amount of success for them.
You can talk about how
But
much
now
you
we
earn.
need to talk about the flip side of it, I suppose.
I was just
This
like,
first half with
yes!
Global was not like.
no,
I think
hey, money
the
is
time
money,
has been
bro.
a problem for this
Like,
team.
if
We spoke
I
about
didn't
it,
stream on
Cassie
YouTube
spoke
today,
about
I
it.
would be
When you
negative
play
1
Cypher
cent.
Deadlock, especially with
Bro.
Astra, you need to play this slower
Bro.
style. But when you're trying
Money
to get
is
Cypher
money.
15 seconds left, everyone knows where you are. It's gonna get.
Please
very,
unban
very
me on
difficult.
Twitch, Grandpa.
I think
Didn't mean
we
anything
saw
bad
that
to you.
play out where
Sorry.
They just didn't leave themselves enough time. They
What
were
is HK38
having to
chat?
save.
Yeah.
And then I think, especially when we look.
How much did he
onto the
just give
flip
me?
side, we have some more replays.
Wait a minute, the people that are banned on Twitch can watch on
The
YouTube.
only rounds that they did really manage to win, they won 1 force spike.
Wait a
and
minute.
2 thrifties.
Wait
Those
a
are rounds where you
minute.
need to be grouped up a lot
I
more.
just
They need to be
realized.
playing together.
Okay, let
They
me
need to
check
play
what did you
faster.
say.
They need to not
Then I'll
let,
see if you
PRX
shall be
dominate the
unbanned.
map, which is what I felt like kind of
Right.
happened.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
What
you
did
see
you
a lot
say?
of teams actually. They have these game plans that are very intricate and slow moving. You know, I'm going to take
I
X amount of
see
space.
you are
In this case, it would be
getting
like
chubby.
Nebula or Cage across A main. They do a lot of late A
Why are
finishes.
you-
They wait for PaperX to get
HK
aggressive.
Oh, HK how much is 38?
But when you do go onto these
Didn't
force
mean-
fire rounds and these thrifty rounds,
One
all
last
players
chance,
just let
bro.
loose. You get some individual sort
Wait,
of.
no, I should ban you on
ability to be
Twitch so
able
you
to,
have to watch my YouTube so I
fight, to be able
gain
to make
1
decisions, things
viewer
get a
on
little bit
YouTube, no?
looser, and sometimes sometimes there's a little bit of magic in that.
Yeah, I think definitely part of it.
Think
is
about
when
it.
You're on these lower by rounds, you're
Gotta
allowed
balance
to
the viewer
take
shit
more
out.
risks. Players are more free, and that works for a lot of players because they don't feel the sort of the pressure of the round.
Can I get mod?
We saw them.
But chill, it's my first time streaming here. I don't know. My mods, I think, are the same mods that I have.
Like those are really
Wait, chat, it's TOS to show my own YouTube?
They are. They got 5 rounds.
I didn't know
We
that's a
got
thing.
2 thrifties and a 4 spy. We
What's
got 5
TOS
rounds,
on you?
guys.
Wait,
that's
wait,
not gonna
wait,
cut
Twitch
it.
doesn't
Something is
allow
not
that?
working here.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, again, I was talking about Singapore, but also we had 2 Southeast
Me,
Asian
check.
teams representing all across Southeast
It's
Asia.
allowed
where,
now,
like,
no.
hopefully things
It's
for,
what
like,
I'm
this to
saying.
happen. I would only
Oh my god, Jen, I'm earning money
Now,
on
the captors
YouTube!
did mention
What the
Map
hell?
2, and obviously Global is going to need to step it up to have any chance.
Thank
at all
you,
to make it
Silhouette!
into the playoffs, and PRX on the other hand is one.
Wow,
path
they
away
actually show the
securing that
currency.
last
That's
final
crazy.
slot.
Yeah, we've seen
Chat!
PRX kind of
I
debut
got
a
paid
new
on
style
YouTube, what
recently
the hell?
on this map, which has been looking
It's
pretty
my
good.
first-
And once again,
Hey,
I mean,
thank
they played
you.
a lot of double duelers
Thank
at the
you.
moment, but it is
What kind
gonna
of fried
be,
rice
at
costs
least the
that
last
much?
time they played it, something
Wait,
on
thumbs
the
up, how do I
Euro,
thumbs
June
up?
on the Rays,
How do I
it
reply?
looked very good for them
Wow!
the last time that they played
Wait, I
it,
replied in. What
again,
happened?
in that TFM
What?
series, I believe it was, where they were able to win pretty convincingly.
Hey, Twitch, what the hell? That's why
like
$5
the
million.
approach on a lot of these rounds. You had Forsaken once again on the
Wow,
Omen, which he was playing
this
against there on
actually
split.
is
He's
a
starting
thing.
to look like
Goddamn.
one of the more comfortable Omen players.
There's no
in
subs
PACIFIC, which
on
I know that
YouTube, right?
They've been having a little bit
Internet
of a
or I'm not
crisis
allowed
of
to
who
have
can play
yet, I
Omen
think.
well,
Because,
in the last
I've never
little
streamed
bit,
before.
And then a lot of people
kind
were
of
saying, well,
situation.
they're struggling to play Omen well, and then they're taking Mind Freak out of the roster. This doesn't make sense in my head. Turns out
I
Forsaken's
remember
cracked
Twitch.
on this agent, so
What
no
can't
worries
you
there.
play?
He
What
just
can't
Don't
plays
say that,
everything.
just pretend you're from YouTube,
Are
bro.
you sad about him being taken off
Can
Waylay?
set up, yeah, but it takes time, I think.
Not anymore.
No membership now. I don't think membership even gives anything. I saw, like, when I was looking it up yesterday, if you pay a certain amount of money, you can have perks like playing with the streamer. Don't fall for that, chat. Like, I'm not gonna put that, but don't fall for that. That is crazy, though. Like, how is that a YouTube perk? I'm like, you can play the streamer if you give this much money. Wow, that's crazy, man. Nah, man. Nah. Emotes. Ah. Should we have like YouTube only emotes? You know what? I am inspired. It's been so long since I felt this way. I am feeling very inspired.
And then you got the Yoru being played there as well. So I wonder if they're going to stick to that.
But how do I raffle there? I can raffle easily on.
I was gonna ask that.
And all the bots will come out. How to join? It's not out yet for me. Because it's my first time, so they're like, noob ass.
Things will probably be, if they
Money
want to
for
stick
you,
with this Cypher
Beyonce.
over the Viper, things
Thank you.
might get tough for them when you're playing
I price
against
$5 million.
Yoru Rays. They both have easy ways to break those
Or probably
strips,
just
so
use whatever
trying
they
to hold those sites with Cypher is going to be much harder than if they do decide to swap.
I don't think I'll ever
to that
play on
Viper,
YouTube
so
because
I'm curious
I
if
don't
they're gonna
know
try and change things
if
up.
this is
I think
true.
they're gonna
So
know
far,
that
my
PRX
YouTube
are
chat
running
has
the
been
same
like
double
a lot of my
style
Twitch
they
chat
just
first
brought
in
on
there.
Split, so
But my YouTube
I
chat hasn't
wouldn't
been
be
bad.
against
Nobody
the
has called me an
change,
ugly ass
especially with
Beyonce,
the
you know.
change of kind of
I keep
players.
using the word
They're
Beyonce as
being
bitch, but like bitch isn't even a bad word. But I keep replacing it with Beyonce.
I agree
I
with
think
you.
it would only happen if like Udatan is playing.
Like I can
the
say fuck,
duelist or
but
something
I don't
like
dare
that,
to
but I
say
think they're gonna
bitch.
stick with it. And I was
Kinda crazy, no?
pleasantly surprised by Darion that game.
Okay,
Darion definitely
bitch.
was an issue on GE.
Like, nobody has called me an ugly ass bitch yet.
I think it's been sort of
So I
evident
would say
that
my
the
YouTube chat isn't
current coaching
so
staff
bad.
wanted Darion back in, and I can.
I don't think anything about Beyonce. I don't know Beyonce. I only know she sang the song. Da 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 ah, da 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 da. Single ladies, yeah. That's all I know of her.
With Darion still playing, or is that Patrick? Who
Oh my God! It's PRX. Hello.
Lotus Patrick, who was in, right?
What is that?
Yeah, it was.
So this
I
currency.
haven't seen Darion playing Yoru.
I-
I'm pretty sure
thank
it was
you.
Patrick who on the Yoru. We saw it against
What
DFM,
currency
and
is
then I
that?
think.
Well, I'm getting paid on YouTube.
No, Talon's in the other group. It must
Oh,
have
in the
been,
other group.
DRX or Gen G.
DRX or Gen G, yeah. Well, they definitely did.
Bro!
I think they played this comp.
How is this a
I definitely
thing?
do remember Patrick who running out against DFM and them not
What?
doing anything, and he was just killing people for free. That
Thank
definitely
you!
happened. So.
Wait,
it was
am I-
against Boom. Apparently. how confident
Why
are we?
fried rice? Why are we
very
talking
much.
about fried rice?
Our wonderful guest.
Thank you. Holy! I don't know what is happening. Wow.
The desk. Thank you.
Bro, what is
yeah,
a super chat?
I'm curious to see.
Like if you
I
chat, you become.
I would like to see
boy.
changes from Global, but they are sticking with what they know here. Darion is
Whoa.
on the Yoru, same Breach Teo style, and Udatan staying
No,
on that
I'm-
Cypher. As I just mentioned, he will have a
Living
rough
on
time.
Sing
because
Rays on
PRX
Split. What do
are
I
good.
think? I've
Yeah,
watched
I think
it.
Yoru's gonna help a
You
little
know
bit
what I
against the
think.
Vice of Divide, but once
No, I
again,
know.
you're going to see this double duelist comp. Jing, you know,
Wow.
he's been a little bit miss on the Rays last time that they
I
did play.
will
like
Google
on the Yoru. This is one of his
after
more
all of this.
comfortable
I'm gonna
Yoru
Google
maps, although he looked a little
Super
bit,
Chat
out of
and
it on
like the
Split
membership
initially,
thing, right?
And also on Pearl, he swapped back over to Jet. This is a map where
Wait, no.
something on the Yoru worked very well.
Oh, is
for
this
them,
just
and
a
they had
highlight?
lot of
There's no
setups
way you guys are
around
paying
it
for a
where
highlight
he
in
might be
chat, bro.
solo A and then
Like my
might
YouTube
be
chat is
pressure,
dead.
and then they've got a
Don't
trap
pay for it.
threat
You don't have to pay
somewhere
for it.
else.
Everybody can see you, bro.
Huntress map for something. There you go, and it's going to be on the Yoru.
It is. Funnily enough, when he was saying I'm not so comfortable on the Euro, and
I
like
like
you
that.
said, this
Pin
map,
at
the
the
last
top.
one we saw
At the
last
top of
week
what?
against DFM, he looked like a Euro player. He didn't look like
Wait,
a
they
Jet player.
pinned
He
my
looked like he was
message
playing
or
Euro the way
messages?
Euro is meant to be played. So let's see if he can repeat that performance because it was phenomenal last week, or if GE can bring this to a third map and get closer to playoffs. We're going to send it
Why
back
fried
to our
rice?
casters, Komodo and Quack.
What is that?
Thank you very
Who
much,
drew that?
Victor, big time. And
Wait.
Pilsky, yes, we've got the something. You're back at it again. He was doing pretty
What is
amazing things
NX?
with the operator.
Yo, what is all this currency? Can they?
PRX last had a 10
It looks like-
half against
Looks
DFM last
insane.
week.
You gotta remember though, DFM was
What's
the
that
game
currency?
that Global Esports managed to win on this
I
map.
don't-
But then
thank
they
you.
lost to Boom Esports. with
Shiro,
Lotus
they get
following
doms.
up on that where we did see
I don't
PACIFIC
know
on
what
the
I'm-
Yoru. Now we've
I
got
don't know.
Baryon slipping in there, but
Yeah, okay, you know what? I'ma just
13-1
like
loss
pretend it's
against
actually
Boom. So I don't
$500.
really know how much stock that we have for GG.
Thank you, thank you.
GG for Global Esports.
Okay, lock in. It's
We
time.
will
Granny
see if
water.
it's not going to be a quick GG here.
Wait, I didn't mute the music just now.
Hopefully not.
Did I get copyrighted?
That's
Did
it,
they even
but we
play
do
any
have
music?
something already pushing out from door. Ooh, almost died, but gate crashes away just in the nick of time.
Yeah, it's a 4-1 spread around the map now for PACIFIC because of that too. Creep up for the mound control. A lot of work for Forsaken to do.
Well, Forsaken delivered in
Then
that
currency
first
is
round.
crazy, no?
Previous map with his smokes.
Oh.
Currently, though, trying to keep himself concealed.
You get copyrighted, you don't get them. I'm not streaming
how
this for
much
money
time
anyways. Like,
Global
I
Esports
just want to
wait
keep my bots.
before
As long as they
opting
don't
to
take
go
down my
towards this
video,
B
it's okay.
side as well, where the breakable door will go open courtesy
No,
of
stop
the
playing music!
Shellverse,
No, I'm just
and then
kidding.
they start to flood in together as a
Gonna take
team.
it down. Though.
All out through the rotating door from C-side, though. Something, unfortunately, will fall. But you also have Jing and the rest of the gang.
Damn,
just
the names they
around the
allow on
cage
YouTube is
of
crazy, no?
Yudotan. Yudotan then swings out because of the flash from Poppy, but the shot's not connected.
Ew.
Defy finds it instead.
How do you ban
Yudotan
someone?
swings back out, but Patman takes the trade off towards where GE are playing then, though, around A-Link. They've got a good angle against the spike. Jing looking to stick it halfway, gets off at the right time, but still not quite able to react in kind.
Forsaken, you get this, I give you $500. Not sure which currency, I'll think about it.
Tucked away as well. They hear the footsteps, but now Crystal has to take the shot. Oh,
I did not say the currency.
Pills up to a triple.
Uh-oh.
Angry
Thank
Forsaken.
you, Aussie. Thank you for the...
He's
I
running
don't
from
know the
there, and he
currency.
has hunted them down.
But I
for
think
the
it's like
one
$2,
versus three
right,
Red Bull
for
clutch
me.
to come
Because
on
I can
out.
see, like,
I
the
thought the
site
Global might have been
when
able
it
to
goes
come away
up,
with that, but when you see some
but
awkward
not
shots
the
coming
exact
out from
amount.
Poppy and Darion, sorry, Yudotan not able to get
Thank
the
you.
immediate trade, makes it look a little bit
But I don't want
awkward
fried
and
rice.
worrisome,
I don't like
but,
fried
I
rice.
mean, respect has been certainly commanded.
Minus 501. Wait, I did not say which currency. 500. What is the 501 since it's in Korea? No, how much is 501?
On the kills and
Like
well,
$5,
it doesn't
50
phase
cents.
It does not phase him. His 10th clutch to come in for VCT PACIFIC.
How about that? Reaching new
Wait,
milestones
can you clip
as well.
on
That's gotta
YouTube?
feel
Like, you cannot
good.
have proof on
And that
YouTube
gives
though.
him a
Like,
little bit more
Twitch, I know I can
confidence
just
to hold
delete it
down
though.
the sight lines against a gate crashes away. G looking to regroup themselves.
Yeah, force up from
500
global as well,
VP, how much
because
would
they
that
got
be?
the
I don't
plant
even
down and
know.
it went down to, you know,
501.
one player surviving
If
from
I
the
ever
last
meet him
round.
again
Now,
this
though,
year, I'll give him
spread around
501.
mound.
In the meantime, all good.
Sorry, rubble. Let's see if they're going to opt to stick around A, or if they will look to go and pivot in towards the B side again, or try and bait in PACIFIC to any unexpected crossfires.
Feels like they're looking for CQB duels on this A site, and the force by
I don't know
Komodo
if this
worked
is
out for
kind
them
of
in
dumb
map
to say,
one.
but I feel like
Salvo's back
we
online
already
for Crystal.
won.
South
I don't know.
goes in
It's a
first
weird
to
feeling,
combo a
but
little bit of this utility
I'm
to
not
get
stressed.
tree control.
I'll be stressed
Something
later if we lose
timing
this map,
though.
but
Just
like,
out from the smokes, but
okay,
look at
okay.
that.
You know what? I take it back.
GE
For a second, the
will
question is I give you
also
500
feel
USD ball.
one
Wait.
a second as well, and he does get away from the special delivery, but he knows that there are too many players surrounding him.
Is
Yudotan,
it?
fantastic to capitalize.
Yeah, I'll shut my mouth now. Shut up now. Oh my god, I'm stressed, bro.
It's them
My bad, bro.
recognizing the situation as well.
Ow.
Quite
I
aware
love
as to
it.
where Defy could show up from, especially with the smoke blocking off stairs. Defy just as to try to go in for a peek. He had the utility in hand, so a little bit unfortunate, but good kill coming out from Yudotan.
Yeah, maybe needed to see a little bit more productivity from PRX to get some information when they've got the members around the A site there, but it's just the creepiness that comes up, right, from the likes of Global, silently waiting for some of that utility to come back online before ultimately exploiting together. Like, that one feels like a pretty drilled round from them, and you know, one you can kind of emulate in scrims if you're in a situation like that, even on your rifle.
Stop that deep voice.
Oh my bad! I'm sorry for one chatter in my chat saying that I should stop my deep voice. I will start talking like this now because this is what you want, right?
Cool. Yeah, we're learning
Cocksucker!
now.
Wait, can I curse on YouTube? Am I gonna get banned?
Sure, but, you know,
Can I say that?
Moto thing. Well, nonetheless, it is going to be PRX stacking up with 4 onto this A site. Darren with the Outlaw will quickly dispatch them.
Hunter's on though. See if these pistols can do something still for PRX, getting really up close and personal, but that just doesn't work out, doesn't it?
Oh, you know what? It's fine. 2-1, scripted round. You know what I mean? Like, it's always a 2-1, a 2-1, a 2-1.
Very audible. So Yudotan, great to rack those up. Now he's got the Neuro Theft for future rounds. Devi once again left alive. And he's gonna just try to find whatever he can. Good little swing out. Takes Yudotan.
Oh, good.
But of course, the trade coming out then from Poppy.
I'm gonna start.
Yeah, getting the neural theft going online for this belated bonus round is going to be pretty good for Global.
It died down just now when the game was over. My rushes died down.
And, you know, for example, push PRX out of Mound. They're able to get the orb there, and then they get a dimensional drift online for Darion. So there's an opportunity that they definitely could steal away this next round, depending on what they
These
do,
PRX,
depending on how
I want to go back
PRX
to...
are going to be
Wait, you woke up? What time is it for you? You woke up to watch this game?
Themselves, specifically now, judging by positions as well, they're not really going to be able to do something with just Devi holding that one. So this will be a pretty good start to the round for Global Esports to, you know, get that dimensional drift online. And
I had 2 hours of sleep today. I was editing my Taiwan vlog yesterday all the way.
Well, at least Jing will pick
and
up
it's like before the watch party, I wanted to
future rounds, but right now Devi
2-hour
has to
nap.
do
I'm here.
some heavy lifting. He's feeling the pressure coming out. He hears footsteps onto the other side.
I'm
They
used
just
to
put
it.
more thorns down on the side as well. So getting an idea that it might eventually end over at this C site where you've still got the shear wall up the front of B and a pivot available.
Batman. I did last week. Last week was my first time.
Towards C, but you didn't have an idea if anyone was pushed up there. That's why the thorns get popped. And now you've got Global Esports looking to get some mound control. Rubble.
Oh, and he's getting suppressed as well. So Forsaken not able to TP out. He does run into a link, back to stairs, maybe a heaven. But this is a slight opportunity for Global Esports to possibly get more leg room around the A site.
Just need to have a good decisive call though from Global if they're going to pivot towards the C site. Now's kind of the time. They're starting to run it over, but 30 seconds, you're exactly right. Devi for all of the information. Look at that.
Colette picked up. Yudotan to trade right back though as Patman peeks out from Pillar. Now Devi continuing to hold tight off angles around the C site. He's looking for more. Jing trying to get in with the kills as well. Blast packing through, but
1v1 Forsaken 500.
Off the Guardian.
And now you got to reposition from
Just got her.
Forsaken has already started to
keep racking up the money, but $500 won 501.
Already open.
Oh, he's got smokes up as well. Not quite watching the
501. He has 1001 now. Thank you, Kwang.
He's gonna get the kill.
Thank you for the chat.
Up to 2.
Thought it might have been a little bit ambitious of Jing to get in there with the satchels through the rotating door to help out Devi as well. Specifically when I'm looking at how close Poppy is towards from the shadows.
Currency!
He's given the light of day to get that one off and bring the
like
spike
$1.
with him towards the A side. It might have been a real opportunity for him. I believe he even had the arc rose available at the right location. Towards bound two.
He just gotta keep wrecking it out. One day it'll be like $100.
At least he got the one trade to bring it into the 1 versus 1 at the end there for Forsaken to be able to clutch that again.
A little bit eager, but you know, I'm not gonna fault a brother for trying to help another brother out. We'll see what happens then. We do have Petman on the judge now.
Yep.
Crystal up.
I personally would like to see something get a little bit more confident on this Yoru.
This happened.
Speaking of Yoru, Darion for his second ever appearance on this agent.
Oh yes.
From what I was able to see, it looks like the last time it was played was in some sort of overtime variety where he did go double negative. So,
so this is Coach Elevated, just trying to stick to the same composition. Darren clearly still able to make it work though. How proficient? Well, we have yet to see that so far. But right now it's an opening pick. Something also down to low HP.
Yep. Darion certainly capable of learning in the server, it seems, at the moment to chop and change with the team. Good shot out from him there on a Jing. This is looking like a well-formulated round for Global so far, and now even better when it's
It did look like a drive-by. What the hell?
PRX slowly getting picked apart. You do have Divide with the Steel Garden, but it's 2
No, that looked like a drive-by, but I'm pretty sure he like stopped, scoped in,
already
and
see by the
shot.
position of the
It's just
PRX
like from
members
our
that they're just
POV, it
gonna
looks
have to
weird as
call for
hell.
a save in this sort of situation, and with the credit mark
Think.
in this round, I don't really favor Global Esports going for a hunt here. You can understand if Kelly S wants to, but I mean, you kind of just play respectful at this one. It's early in the half. You want to balance out your own economy. Just let them save this one and stew in the fact that Global will win a actual gun round for once.
Yeah.
One way to say it.
Slightly working off of time, but it's also with the confidence gained from the opening picks that they found. It's not too bad, you know, and I would like to jest, but 2v5 was a round that, you know, went by last week against PaperX from DFM.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is obviously a different scenario.
For sure. And now you've got a little bit of time to just, you know, converse things over at the tail end of this round. Immediately seeing better impact, better
Let's not go to
positioning,
Pearl, okay? I will not be here if they decide to go to Pearl. I will just sit on my sofa. I'll leave the stream running, I'll just
joining
go.
us. That scoreline was a 13-1 in favor of
I
Boom.
watched it.
And in this one, yeah, already a little bit more
Yeah,
delivered
not
to
Pearl.
us
No, but
from
last
Global
week
Esports.
Pearl was
Timeout
pretty good
though
for
from
us, no?
PaperX you'd expect here.
But me,
Further conversion.
I want spicy
More
pho.
time. Why
Spicy
not?
pho? Yeah.
Certainly, if you feel like you need it. Meanwhile, on the other side,
Why can't you eat and
Darren
watch the
certainly
game?
has been
Wait,
quite
what?
the upcoming talent. You know,
Oh, you
seeing
wanna
him
eat
lead
and watch the
before,
game.
He's found some
mind.
moments for himself, like Aces against I think Gen G.
Your
Now
mother, bro.
off to the your second time ever.
Calm down, I
You
am.
mentioned Komodo, and he's still kind
Spicy
of
pho.
picking things up, and he's able to perform. PaperX, you know, they've been getting picked apart at least in the previous round, trying to gain some positioning around A main.
What do you mean? I prepare my
for
own
the
food
next
too. I cook
round.
pasta, bro.
I think more importantly for me,
Talking
it's
about
Global getting a sense that they can do things
You know,
together.
when
as a
every
team,
day I
making
eat
sure that
pasta,
the
you don't
trades
think
are
I
gonna
cook
be
my own
there,
pasta?
and making sure that Darion's like not too far in front of the team as well, right? When you are running the composition that they are running on this
Spicy you or spicy
you really
me?
don't want Darion
I'll
just
punch you.
going
What is
on
that? Is that a
yonder and
joke?
Losing his life with no
that a
real
dad
impact
joke?
in the round, right? Looking like a headless chicken. So making sure
No,
that
I
he is
didn't- no,
together
no,
with
no,
the
no,
team
no,
and
no, no,
getting
please.
set up by the
Burn the
likes
whole
of
place
Kelly
down,
S,
dude.
by the likes of Crystal as well. Going to be quite important. You want to see Yudo-tan be this late lurker, the straggler to go around the map.
Especially with the fact that Global still has an op in the equation as well. You know, this kind of means that
goes the-
PaperX is going to
That is
think twice if
harmless.
they're going to peek out, you know,
Like,
Rubble.
so
and
far
Mount
I
as
haven't
well.
gotten like
They do
crazy
have
YouTube
something up
chatters
by
yet.
Mount
Maybe because I'm not playing
currently.
Valorant.
Yeah,
I'm
when
pretty
it's
sure
a
when I
top
play
lane, right,
Valorant,
you can
it'll be like,
spot out what you
You
can
stop it, you
have
suck,
an
you
arc
noob
or
shit.
so, and you can try and peek out together
Now
as
just-
a team, but
Yeah!
without seeing anything.
what about it?
It's
Ava?
up to Forsaken to communicate if he hears anything towards the A side of things, for example.
Who
for
knows?
then
I've never tried it.
PaperX to either call that they need to do something at Mound and then rotate, or just rotate silently.
Yeah, pistols as well, which is, you know, kind of an unfortunate situation for PaperX. But that said, off to the A site now. Global beginning to retrieve some information, some crucial intel.
Come see, boy!
Arion spotted absolutely nothing over at this A side at the moment. Forsaken
Ooh,
now
nice.
to get some info.
Whoa.
But the fact that that's a free
Damn.
kill is quite unfortunate for Global. It makes things a little bit weird in this round where there's 2 rifles, 4 PaperX, couple of pistols. That gun that's dropped towards spawn not going to be recoverable. But you do have a player advantage where a situation like this, Quack, the Steel Garden investment could be
yes.
large.
However, that comes
What?
down to you.
Okay, no, we take it.
Unfortunately, gunned down.
Wait, we got
by
explosion,
Jake.
no?
Showstopper possibly getting deployed in the round. Kelly S just trying to play up by drop, but not quite spotted out yet. But here
Aw.
comes that rocket.
Wait.
Not quite landing as well. Kelly S then finding a shot onto something.
me the
Steel
arsenal.
Guard getting the primary weapons
Ah!
jammed, but Kelly S onto the go, still able to find some shots. Forsaken now from the back, but headed on by the shorty. Petman now with a phantom.
What a
finds
round.
the kill.
Damn.
Jing off to the defuse.
Yeah, the fact that Forsaken manages to
Thought
find
a
that
pretty
first
good
kill
comedy
up
for
in
that
mid
helps.
without a
Oh,
trade, and
hey.
then you've got the Sheriff shots coming through from Jing.
But they always
together
yell
as
at
the
me.
team, right? In that scenario, I'm expecting that kill
But I
to
yelled
just
them
be
too, so
assisted
fair
by
enough, I guess.
pretty much everyone at PaperX looking at the right location. A thrifty round to end it out. I mean, yeah, look at it. They're all of their guns are ready for that duel just there.
So
And then,
my
as I
second
mentioned,
monitor
Steel
right
Garden
now
in
is dropping
makes
off the
a lot of
table, but
sense. Blood
it's kinda
together as a
still
team,
balanced.
hunting
You know what,
them
yeah,
down,
that's-
Global Esports members, a thrifty round to come through from PaperX. And they also get now the operator out for something who is currently 060. If you flip it around at 006, and we all know what happens at 007.
Oh, you gotta look to crack that egg.
Nah, I won't bang the table when I'm watching.
Something. Let's not go there, shall we?
Well,
My
maybe
PC's on the table now, so it wouldn't be good.
Okay, Yudotan to hold the angle, but yeah, this time it's gonna be global
Patman replace you
esports
forgot?
to assert some presence over onto the
I'm
C
Frank?
site. Vi has been relegated to
Oh.
play a safer position by Waterfall.
If Crystal wants to try and sell any sort of fake here, it's just going to be the drone to go out by itself. So he's just going to wait to see what he can spot. Bit of over-eagerness potentially here from the PaperX members. Yudotan spotted out, by the way, during gate crash, and Crystal noted as well. So it's going to cause some investment of util for PaperX. Meanwhile, eyes on the prize of this C site for Global is the eventual end.
Well, yes, the op noted as well, and that's why they have decided to push into the C site now, especially
Interesting alt.
alongside this Armageddon. In case something might have gate crashed over onto this part, the Armageddon renders him useless. Then to Dubai, though, who's holding up by Waterfall, great on the 2 kills! Not even breaking clones as well. Darian now trying to do his best, but still PaperX able to flood back in with the retake.
Man, Devi has just absolutely
Ayo.
brutalized them, hasn't he? 4 kills in the round, just a duel fought throughout.
What's
the
the pick of new
aftershock
setup?
in
New
water
setup,
as well,
I mean.
right? You're just considering that that's going to keep him locked in the corner, but he's just going to play on the back with the visual clutter and go for the kill. He's got assistance from
Guys, you guys
Patman
can't see
as
anything.
well, bringing in
what?
with
Figure
the
it out.
Nightfall.
Oh,
Just delivering the goods there for him. That is a pretty well-structured retake to come through from PaperX when they just have the idea eventually that it is going to be the C site, right?
Oh, and look at that
You didn't
smile.
see him get too hungry early to stick around in the site. Happy to
Any
play
on
proper
Discord,
retake.
why?
Couldn't agree
For
more,
free?
Komodo. And
$5
for the
million
past 2
for 1
rounds with
second, bro.
PaperX playing like this, you gotta love how Uncle David is able to provide so much more value to the team now on this Vice roll. His Steel Garden won then that Thrifty.
I will say though, Quack,
Yes.
bad
Do tell.
Komodo is coming here. I got my shades on.
Ah!
There was one point in time
Ja
on
is
the
the
map called
cat.
Uh-huh.
Ah!
Couple times,
Because
yes.
last week I didn't have 7 TV at the
He's
venue.
learned his lesson.
I'm saying Ja, I don't know what the hell is
This
Ja.
time, Don't use the utility.
Ah, that's
just
Ja.
Just shoot.
Shoot. Just shoot.
Chat,
That's
is
how
there
you play
7
Vice.
TV for YouTube? Does
I
anybody
gotta
know?
imagine the Riot devs, if they are
Goddamn.
watching somewhere, also feeling like really happy seeing that Steel Guard around. Like, this is exactly what we envisioned for this
And-
agent.
I mean, remember,
Forsaken,
coming on a couple of, 2 patches ago or something like that now, where you've
Yes
got
and no.
less
Razor Vines.
time on the Razor Vines and such. So, still a pretty viable agent. I think personally, and the way that the teams are adopting Vice as well.
What do you mean? Why? He's just.
Meanwhile, folks,
Playing
back
right
on
now.
our something counter, not 007. He did get
He's
a
enjoying his
an
life
assist in there.
for now, right? Yeah.
All right. And it's still the op, present in the round. So GE
Huh?
does have to figure that out. But currently going for rubble control, they have
He's
know,
got
they
out.
felt the loss.
He's got out of that one, hasn't he?
so quick off to it.
Kill onto towards Darion, rotating door, still rotating, and his Shroud stepped in towards there, and no one's shot at him.
Still has one more TP as well. GE kind of trying to think tactically around this situation, thinking to rotate back in towards B, but Jing is there.
Just a round of duels at the
clean,
moment.
man.
PaperX, not letting these guns find any opportunities.
Just
from
realized it's
Global.
3-4.
Now
I-
5 versus 2.
Like when I'm watching it,
see
it felt
Callias
like
and
a
Crystal
0-10.
Do something pretty
You know what I
disruptive
mean.
to get back into this one.
Given the positions, though, they are somewhat susceptible to spams. PaperX trying to keep themselves with minimal exposure, hiding behind corners, and that's when Crystal will find his first headshot. One hit cracked, looks for an
Nice,
opportunity
feeling
to
it, bro.
slip into the B side. Repeaks, takes down another player, but
They
Jing,
press tab for a bit.
oh Jing, you're just happy to clean things up for PaperX.
Yeah, so far, 3 on the trot on this defensive side, starting to play with a little bit of the piggy bank as
9-6,
well, right?
9-3.
Building up a little bit of the economy there. Jing far out in front of the rest of the team. As we just see a lot of these duels in that round, won by PaperX pretty cleanly. You know, a little bit of damage delivered and only 1 casualty, or 2
This
casualties
cam is so
rather, at
funny.
the end of that
It
one,
is.
but you'll still be pretty happy with how things did result
It's
there. On the
fine.
back of the timeout as well,
Still
right?
early
Nothing
game, I guess,
eventually
kinda, right?
for
Does this
Global
count as
Esports
early
there,
game
but another
still?
buy-up they will present.
3
A lot of rebel
yeah.
control
I mean,
to be established by PaperX, and I think if you're Global Esports, you need to recognize that these slower paced rounds of not been working, so you got to get a little bit of a quicker wriggle on. The Shia is not at the front of C. You've got an Omen.
I remember there was one
You
team
can get to the back
that
of this
kept
C side
hitting
early.
A side non-stop.
Feeling some,
But they kept losing A side, but it kept going anyways. What was
they
it?
knew that Devi has been playing on the C site.
And he's got the
I
steel
can't
card
remember.
and
Was
yet
it
again,
EDG?
remember? So just the success of a couple moments ago on that A site now reenactable. Speaking
DFM?
about
Was it
something-
DFM?
Yeah!
Hey, we're on the board!
Woohoo!
I somewhat
Pop
remember
some party
EDG.
streamers and everything, but yeah, back into the
Yeah,
C
okay,
site
so yeah, it is
precisely with
EDG.
this
Lol.
possible
I remember
steel
losing my mind
Slight
because they kept
mishaps
going
here and
A
there,
and
but
they
are
kept losing
able
A.
to get boots on the ground
Ah.
on C. With that, maybe the spike as well, but then the Steel Garden comes out. They're pushing all the way
Oh,
through
hey,
just
what
to
the
try to
fuck?
wrangle more space, but Jing denies it.
The hell did he
outright.
eat today?
Forsaken blocking off B Pillar as well, and now, oh, something. You're just pushing Kelly S away. He's looking for some kills right back, though, but out of the gate
There you
crash,
go.
and it's into the shorty. Something not letting Global Esports breathe at all.
1 HP.
Are you
It's
watching?
close,
No,
but he
no,
gets
no.
it
I don't
done.
have
I was looking at actually
permissions
the
for
positioning
CN
off
game.
screen from Crystal. The Steel Garden, we saw the tail end of it looking to remove his gun up through the middle of pillars, but Forsaken stuck around and found the kill the whole time with the operator.
the
so
hell
even
am I
the heads
watching,
up
dude?
and disciplined play to come through from PRX, that they know that potential lurk is coming because they didn't spot him on the hit. They didn't see the Taeho utility in towards the site when they opt to fall back towards the holes, towards Waterfall. So you got to be really aware.
Hey,
that
Yuna,
Global
do you
Esports are
prefer
liking
being
to have
on
these little
YouTube?
later
Because Yuna
lurks
used to
from
always be in my
somebody to come
Twitch
around
chat,
the map.
right? You prefer being on now it's
And oh
like
dearie me.
totally went to YouTube and never came back to like
Would
freaking
appear
Twitch,
that
dude.
a client has crashed.
What the?
I think we've been pretty good here in Pacific so far, dodging a lot of these tech pauses.
What's the
Yeah,
next
we
game?
have been.
T1 versus
Most of
Talon.
the group
Both
stage
pretty freaking insane teams.
has been pretty.
I wonder how many people that usually watch
streams
streams on YouTube watches
but
my
we
game.
cannot keep
And then now
things
they
going.
totally
Things that go
migrated.
up
Why
eventually
come
go
back? What the
down
hell?
sometimes, Komodo.
Wait, what?
It's
You're
just
supposed
the
to
reality of things.
put both
It's
on.
like a
The
roller coaster. They go up, they go down.
Wait, tech pass? What's at the
It
timeout?
doesn't go. What is it?
Oh.
Can't
First
make the
timer
umbrella go
YouTube.
down a chimney
First
while it's
timer
up.
streamer.
Doesn't fit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Just the what do you call it? Surface area.
Yep. Tech pause though. Players can't talk
YouTube
in this
streams
sort of
are more
situation,
popular
but we can. So
on SEA
unfortunately
than
now everyone's got the
Twitch?
podcast with us.
Really?
This guy wants to riot gun buddy.
How do I see
Please, with
where
three
you guys are
Zs.
from on YouTube? I wonder.
Three
Try and
Zs.
see that.
I don't know.
15-minute tech
how
pause,
lucky
better than
you're
8
gonna
hours?
be- how
Well, back
lucky
then,
you're
was
gonna
it
get
8
with that one.
hours?
Maybe if you
Hopefully it
some-
won't be too
some
bad.
of
So
the
far, I
right
think
time.
Pacific
I don't know
tech
if I caught
pauses
it.
are
I
not
didn't-
too
I
bad.
didn't see the gamer name in there.
My bad,
with
yeah,
the hashtag
I'm
and
home
everything to
already.
give it to, so maybe gotta find
Maybe
it.
it's
I
in
didn't see
Korean.
it. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
Potentially.
I
Regardless,
don't know
though,
how to
PRX,
see
man,
where
they
they're
are
from.
Something found his first kill.
Yep, getting a bit of a wriggle on how to play this defensive side on this map. Happy enough to play a lot of the retake style, which was quite successful
don't
from
know how to
Boom,
use this
for
at all.
example. Happy to let Global Esports either get into the site completely as 5 and go for the
You know
full
what? I have no
retake,
clue.
or try to chip 1 or 2 players away first and then set up
I want to
for a
find
pretty
out how
strong
to
retake, or
raffle on
a
YouTube.
lot of the time as well, just getting in there
The
before
raffle everywhere. Press one raffle, raffles everywhere, dude.
That's it, though. Allow me to try to pick your brain a little bit,
Great.
Komodo. Because Global Esports are definitely a formidable team. They have potential. We've seen them swing rounds.
I don't know what I'm
where they
pressing, bro. I'm
have,
gonna
Thrifties
accidentally
being picked up. They force bot with
end
a
the
stinger,
stream.
and they managed to turn things around a little bit. Just when it comes down to some of these rounds, they begin to
wasting
I
time.
don't
I
know.
know.
lose
No,
the
it's not
lead.
wasting
There's
time
some
for them. For them, it could be their
from the
PC
outset,
turn
I
off.
think,
Like, how do you
is
play
one
it
of the
if their
things,
PC
right?
turn
By
off? You know.
Positioning and timing, or even layering.
So
in
for
the
us,
vortex
it's just a
well, like
wait
the thing
game,
that
but
I
like
highlighted in
I
the
wouldn't say
previous
it's
round was
wasting time.
Paranoia comes in a little bit later on from Pappy, and that blinded Therion.
Papi,
when he
papi,
TP'd
papi,
in
pa,
towards the
papi,
backside.
pa,
Like,
papi,
imagine
papi,
a
pa, papi,
scenario
pa.
where there's players on the C site from PRX. It's not just fully disconnected and Thorns popped, right? They'd be dead to rights, free of charge in those sort of scenarios. So it's this indecision making coupled
Oh.
with some ill timings on a couple of these moments in time, either repositioning around the map or utility specifically as well, that does make things look a little bit awkward and can be their undoing. Because don't get me wrong, they've got some pretty good rounds. Like we saw some pretty good rounds from them over on Split.
YouTube has a
but
raffle type. I don't
more often than
know.
not, we just see
I tried raffling
better
just now, but it
decisive
did
rounds from the
not
outings.
work.
Yeah, there you have it.
Raffle-
And I couldn't agree more
Let me try.
because well,
I don't
this
think they
is
have
Variant's
raffle in the
second
first place,
official
honestly.
Euro game. I don't
Wait,
entirely fault him
if
for
they
having some of these
stream-
mishaps
is there
and
such thing
flashes,
as stream
but they
elements
do
there, I wonder?
happen. And at the same time, like you mentioned,
Yeah, there's
the
no raffle, it doesn't work. Then
indecisiveness.
don't
We've been
join-
talking about it since map 1. possibly another thing.
More.
is
I'll
also just
stream
the fact
my
that
watch
they're
parties
not using the tense mouse. Come
on YouTube. Seems
they?
like my
I don't
YouTube
think so.
chatters are pretty nice. I wouldn't mind doing it.
I'm not entirely sure either.
usages of the players here.
Speaking of mice, though, I do know that you are quite the
Getting into my
aficionado.
mice connoisseurness on broadcast.
This guy uses fingers. His
This
mouse is
participant,
like
community
20
moderation,
super
participants.
grams pure carbon
Ah, I
fiber.
can stalk people in right.
insane. I don't know how you make it work, but you
Wait,
make it
what?
look good. But that said, yes, still with the tech pause, bear with us.
It's no, it's one of these things as well where it's like split, of course, in the veto chosen by Global Esports. It makes sense when they're allowed to pick that one. I don't see a world in which they don't pick split. So PaperX expect that one, and then they've got their choice of the veto as well, where Global remove Fracture. Okay, understandable.
Wait,
PaperX
what?
remove
Who
Paper,
raffles in my
I think
Twitch? Wait,
looking at this veto,
if
it
I
may
raffle
very well have been
10,000,
one to
is it
be an
Stream
expected
Elements?
result for both
me
of
try.
these teams.
Boop.
The decider of
Stream
course,
Elements.
between
Okay,
Ascent
let me
and
figure
Pearl
that out
with
then.
PaperX.
And I raffle everywhere.
Pearl, which to me is a bit of an interesting one because ending on Pearl I think would be really spicy when we consider what PaperX did last week
Say what?
against DFM.
Spicy
We
mention,
also
XD.
look towards
Goodbye.
what we've seen so far from Global, right? They played it against Gen G where it was a mid-range
YouTubers,
loss.
you know Terima.
Win against DFM
Goodbye.
in the opening week. You know, trying to change things agent-wise as well. So there's options, right? We can definitely see a lot of these options here from them.
It's too long, alright.
Possibly. But first,
What's the
you
score right
gotta
now?
make your way
3-6.
through this current Lotus map.
Demonetized.
Yeah,
And it's not as though G
Why?
can't
Do
do
you,
it.
wait, no,
So you
no,
gotta
no.
remember, if you
To
don't
be
make it
fair,
this year, you lose
Terima
2-0.
is an
You
alpaca.
only won
Bro,
against
if you
DFM in
don't
2-0 fashion. You didn't
believe
have a single
me,
map
you
against all the
Google
other teams who are
Terima.
out of playoffs.
Because I did. I
Then you've
googled it and I got a
to
shock of my life.
kind of
Terima.
rework things come
It's an
season.
alpaca,
It's
bro.
the entire cake. you know, I think sometimes-
CAONIMA.
Well, the cake is lie, and sometimes
Bro,
you have just
Terima,
these
bro.
situations where it's really tough for.
So it's
G
not. You
as
cannot
well.
demonetize me for that. I'm talking about alpacas, bro.
Timeout. Oh no, we went from tech
Oh, hell?
pause to a timeout.
Common.
Okay.
Pretty common when you've got a you know, lengthy tech pause and you potentially even forget
Thank
what was
you.
discussed just beforehand. But
If you're no,
Global
it's
dive into their
alpaca.
second timeout of the map now.
Oh, hey, yo, that guy in my
And
chat.
that's one of the other things that I was just about to go
His
into.
name.
The fact that Global Esports, while they do have a pretty
Like,
good
I never
chance
lie.
of maybe taking
Thank you
down
for streaming on
PaperX,
your chat.
who
Thanks
have
for
been on a
watching,
bit of a
Koitran.
loss streak, cracked that loss streak against DFM last week.
Yeah.
Global have gone through their own
You know
host
what?
of issues.
My key sale, bro.
Season, Patrick Hu with some visa issues.
telling-
They got
yeah,
Darian
I know,
coming
I'm
back
telling.
in as well. They have some good ideas. They have some core strategies. They
Kasih
have been able to
Mickey.
deploy it.
Bangsat tolol.
We saw a little bit of it
Utangin na mo.
onto Lotus, especially when they were, you know,
Angoy.
with Crystal waiting for themselves to come back up. They exploded all over the
Engma,
site.
engma,
But
engma.
after that point, you know, without much information or without much
Toma.
decisiveness,
Ah, demonetization, let's go. Wait, no, please don't.
Time
Just
or
kidding.
just players getting picked off
Talking
by
in English.
Forsaken, who just TPs in towards Rubble and out.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Global Esports
What's going on?
a little bit quicker here, but getting in
Hello.
towards a site and not immediately trying to set themselves up for a post. They need to take the
Hello?
challenge towards PaperX here, even maybe before going for the full plant, take it a little bit further to them.
Oh, okay, we're
Change
back,
it
we're
up,
back.
Right?
Ah, 5 stingers again. Oh my god.
To sniff out a lot of this information.
It's like that's
that
their
could
game plan,
definitely
always
set up
forcing the
team to get
stingers
a little
out.
bit
Goddamn.
further into a site. Not specifically the A site though, because PaperX have already scared you away a little bit here.
Yeah, just pressing the button on that door as well. Certainly trying to make some noise towards B, though. The fake out already used.
Lock in.
Okay.
Toying
Pings from
with a bit of-
PaperX.
Toying with a little bit of the rotations here. You'll set up the shear wall over at the C side of things for PaperX, and majority of your forces ready for a mound trap. Meanwhile, the A site eventually, the hit for Global Esports is a very similar setup to what we saw previously with Forsaken being a little bit closer to the breakable door to get the information, but now
He cannot
PaperX
decide.
have the mound
What's going on?
information, and they should
Oh,
know
you
that
wanted to
this
put
is
his
going
TP.
to
Never mind,
eventuate
never mind.
towards the A
I don't
site
know what the
for
hell.
Global Esports. Quack, my question though is, do they go a little bit further than the site itself
Hello?
to stave off PaperX?
Comes down to how much Darian can find, I think. Good that the team was able to follow through off of the dimensional drift, but now
Oh.
you're hearing some fake footsteps off to drop as
Three
well.
flank.
Something trying to throw them off his scent. And then for the rest of PaperX to group up behind.
Yeah, you can't use
4,
that gate crash,
5, 1
unfortunately,
million.
as, Oh,
Do they know this though?
You're stuck in towards the site, but you've got a lot to do here with the team. Let's see if Global can get this.
PaperX quite aware of where the GE players are, though, just to take the first hit down by Tree. The second one kill going free as well. 4v3 now, and PaperX continues to push on through. Immediate salvos from Crystal, though, does push PaperX off position just a bit. Poppy down by the back.
Oh, good, he recovered! Bro!
Him now, but all of a sudden, look at the kills.
We're losing!
The stingers
Wait, we
from Crystal
lost?
and Darian.
Oh my, bro, this
PaperX
thrifty
and
thing
Paul
happens
down
every
by
goddamn map
Global
that
Esports.
we play. You know what?
Another thrifty that they're able to pull away with.
What is happening?
A proper round, it feels like, but at least that one is across.
At least he recovered. If he didn't, oh, that
From the shadows, that
he's gonna
does
get
come
cooked,
out
bro.
there as well
He
from
recovered, that's
Harvey.
fine,
It's
but we
little bit
lost a
questionable, but I
thrifty,
think
so
maybe a little bit more
that's
questionable
bad.
is Jing on that spray time. An issue at the end of that one, not for Global, but for PaperX. Can't establish themselves
Where are we going?
like early enough because of the damaging util that the salvos provides. Global hold on to try and tie up at the half if possible.
Which would be a pretty decent start. You got ops now on both sides as well. Yoru for Yoru, but something with the peek out from Mound.
Give me more, he says. The problem is though, Quack, you've removed the smokes from Global Esports, and they don't even bait out the shear.
Quickly shot down by Jing.
Yeah, makes it really awkward to try and get in towards this site. Though, if Jing's giving you a free opener there, back balance out in the 4 versus 4.
I don't know, someone in the crowd.
SG versus SG. Darian, good for a bit of an opener, but now you've got to trip the sheer wall, or for everyone just to hop on at the same time. They will trip it, and then for Crystal to try to lurk around rubble, but unfortunately shut down by Forsaken.
Crystal's lurks have not really worked out too much, have they? Now you get the information from the shadows from Forsaken. I think he might have even spotted all 3 members out just then.
A little bit odd for the Initiator to lurk as well, but that's
Up
it.
V, up, Yoru V, Yoru.
Something on this Yoru.
And he's still got Thorns available as well on something's call.
Yeah, quick off to it. But ooh, shorty swing. They both had the same idea, but Darren just dunked on him a little bit quicker. Sight now handed over onto GE, but PaperX quick to flood back in as well. Forsaken looking for a cheeky angle. Prowler will go through, not quite finding anyone. Just clearing out the front portion of the site. Then Rolling Thunder to push PaperX further back. Shorty though! And that's Kelly has cut down by half around the torso.
Bro, from what
Darian
I've
now
learned
just
from watching all these pro
Forsaken.
players is just buy a shorty whenever you
Still
can.
going for
Just
the
always have a
crosshair
shorty no
wiggle.
matter
He
what.
has an op after all. Will find his target, and then for Yudotan to slay the rest of PaperX
Who's that in the
down.
crowd?
Crossfires in the end of Darion and for Yudotan being very
Let's go. Where are we
patient
going?
to not reveal where that operator is posted as well. Nicely done from them despite losing the first frag in the round and losing Papi on the smokes as well. You consider, right? Sheer not popped at the front of B.
They'll
Makes it
learn,
look a little bit
yeah.
awkward, but
Oh,
3
bro,
versus 3 scenario and you start to feel Spike is down. Will they manage
Head.
to get the post plant worked?
I'm
They
still
will.
salty
Going into the last
about
round
my
of the
last
half,
stream,
5
chat.
versus 6, they can
That
definitely
one game where my mouse
equalize here.
decided to not work.
Especially
I am salty
considering
about
the
that.
ultimates
I could have
can
won
as
that
well.
game.
Crystal on the
It
Armageddon.
looked like I went AFK for the whole
PaperX,
game,
though,
bro.
once again,
Gave the enemy
with
free
huge
kill.
rubble control. All
Yeah.
4 pushing
I'm salty about that. My mouse stopped working.
From them in the last couple of rounds too.
Couldn't
So
move it, man. I'm
something
so sad.
to play potentially
I'm
by
salty.
itself and get a little bit of a rotate on because the Arc Rose is just
Anyways.
a bit
Okay.
of presence around the mound, and this is Global Esports looking to get into the seaside.
I remember, of course I do.
There's no dimensional drift for
Hi,
something.
Valola.
There's no thorns anymore around the site either, and no Steel Garden for Device. So you're really playing on the back of maybe a combination of Nightfall and Showstopper here.
Divine playing super far back as well. Second Thorns tripped, but he has no idea.
Yeah, he doesn't know that they're in the site, does he? Starting
Yeah,
to
the
reposition.
Cypher is
Arc Rose
up and-
was just
Wow.
destroyed back towards Mound.
Nightfall retake play? That's
Yeah,
it?
I think so. It's got to be the Nightfall. It's got to be the Showstopper. But Global,
We're gonna
I mean,
play.
they could
Yeah, yeah. If we win,
try and
we'll
remove a member
go.
before the
But
spike plant goes down. I was just talking about them needing to do something like this.
Oh boy, Yudotan playing with the op around Mount as well. The Nightfall will go through though to 5 for the double kill, but that's Yudotan now. Showstopper.
Nice,
wants to win
what?
as well, but the wall bank shots from Jing. He's got walls. Off to the
It's
next one though. It's Crystal with the Armageddon, but as it goes out, PaperX just happy to swarm back in off the timing. Just Yudotan, and he's alone. A soul tango, and it's PaperX.
Anybody
with
wishes,
Mango
like,
now
the
up
PaperX game
7-5
is the
at
second
end of
game?
first half.
I like Mango. That is a good.
I wish it was-
7-5
it's like at
though
the
for
6 PM.
PaperX. They're able to
God
win
damn
that
it.
one on a retake. Pretty good. The rocket goes.
I wish, I
away with
wish.
it, but I mean, I think this is probably
Yeah, it's
my
way
most,
too early. No, but the thing is, for us, like, let's say if it's 5 PM for you now, right? It's too early for us. But if you're in Korea, sometimes the game ends at 10 PM, like 10:30, almost 11 PM. But for them, it's like perfect timing because it gets quite late there.
Shake it off.
Time zones, man.
5 to 7.
For us, early, but for them, it's like perfect. Even for them, I feel like it might be a little bit late. I remember when I was streaming the watch party when I was in Korea, we ended at like 10, 11 PM. The stores were closed. I mean, there were some stores open, but like, I go and eat there. I don't know what time I'm gonna go to bed. So I had to just buy 7-Eleven food, spaghetti, every night when I had a watch party. I just ate it and go to bed.
Anything is kind of possible.
Anything.
But yeah, perfect
can
timing for
happen.
them.
As with Valorant, as with VCT, well, just taking a look at past statistics, PaperX's last game against DFM last week, they only had 3 rounds.
Is it good? No, it's so good.
They had the first 2.
Like, I know it sounds kind of sad in a way where... No, I tried GS25, CU, good to see you, all the convenience store in Korea. The spaghetti is so good.
It's a quick refresh of memory. So
I know it sounds sad to say like,
Oh, I eat convenience store every day.
no, shit, man. The food is actually so good.
Go into a map 3,
I love it. Spaghetti is so good.
I mean, the biggest thing for me that I remember on the DFM versus Paper.
Oh, and I bought like the hot cocoa. Hot cocoa?
Great consistency from Divide and
chocolate.
From, something
hot chocolate. Hot chocolate. The Hershey's one, I think, from the convenience store. So good, bro. It's so cold there, and then like I normally don't drink hot drinks, but I had to.
Going back onto this
hello, Spicy. Hello,
Spicy. Are we going to see somebody for PaperX just kind of?
Yeah, it's cheap and it's fucking awesome. Just that for health reasons, maybe not too good, but you know.
Prod around the map and figure out. You know,
Hershey's.
Trade superiority.
I don't know, bro.
Would love to see.
You know what I mean? The chocolate brand.
But well, I mean the player. But currently, I think it's Divine finding a sheriff shot onto Crystal, who has to fall back.
Oh, I want to eat spaghetti.
Now we get into just the mid-rounding of this one. And what PaperX are going to be able to figure out utility-wise, a bit of a trap play on the back of this camera and flash, but you can't do anything in terms of kills here. It's just to stave off PaperX from any aggression, get them to draw out some of the utility, which, to be fair, the paint shells being brought out by Jing works good for Global. They don't have to contend with that.
It's okay, macro-wise, some utility traded out, namely the Paranoia as well, but right now PaperX still looking to break their way through. That said, though, Yudotan, he's anchoring down the site, 2 kills found, and he's looking for a 3rd as well. Jing narrowly dodging out with his life intact.
And then they die, but well, we're low though.
PaperX looking for alternate routes across the map.
Okay, Divide!
Back into the A site where Kelly S is still hiding in wait. Daria now for the next kill. Swings out then Kelly S for the first. Crystal the trade, and Pistol quickly picked up by Global Esports.
Yeah, their first one.
What the hell is that in the crowd?
Well,
what the hell is going on?
The way of PaperX in map
guys!
one of this one going.
I can hear him so clearly, dude. It's so clear.
That you kind of consider would Global Esports manage?
Hey, no, reset. All good.
Or not. They don't need to worry about that now, as they will potentially, well, they should tie things up 7 apiece before we get the guns back and started in.
Don't be scary.
You just said don't be scary. Like the player?
Yeah, like I was thinking, like the player, or
no?
Don't be scared.
Saying don't want
or the player.
Scary.
Don't be scared. I think more importantly, right now, Darion not scared to take a duel, dispatching off.
Because there's a few players that have the name crazy in their names. I think.
This one as well, and it should
are gonna playoffs? I have no idea what's going on. I was just there though, so I don't think they were flying again.
Will take a kill down. Bulldog picked up, looking for some suppressive fire to allow his teammates to possibly get the spike down.
Yeah, happy with that.
We'll do that. Bulldog swapped on over, and Jing to try to play around these tight corners with the Bucky still. Something though, attempting at peaks, got the fake out with some footsteps over, and PaperX just dwindling around, dawdling around, just around these corners in case Global Esports begin to flood in. Patman finds the first shot, but instantly traded by a stinger. Now just Jing. He's got one kill.
Oh, he has the Bucky ball. Okay, never mind. The nades.
Crystal jumping up on top as well. Global.
The nades in his face, bro.
Happily to move up onto a 7.
Oh.
It's always a scenario in the heat of those moments as well that a lot of players don't vertically look up onto the boxes and they get taken down from above. But hey, an aspect there that works a treat for Global Esports. Some damage done. Yeah, they lose 3 members in the piece, so that'll have a bit of impact going in towards this next round. That'll be the bonus round for them. We'll see what that does kind of look like for PaperX now on this attacking side, if they are able to, you know, win the round that they should be winning, quote unquote.
Yeah, poised.
Spectres or Stingers at this point? Everyone's using Stingers, dude. Does anybody even use a Spectre anymore?
That said, yeah, you do have some Stingers and
Everyone just uses
weaker weaponry
Stingers.
onto the side of
Stingers,
PaperX
really?
as well. Jing possibly looking to dive onto players again, but also mound control now coming out from Global Esports.
Interesting. Yes, you can get
Aftershock
it.
being sent through, but look at Defy.
Oh, Defy,
Quick
okay,
with the
nice.
burst onto 2 kills by Pillar, and that could give him the pinch
One rifle,
around
2
the door
dogs.
as well. He
God.
preps the button. He does get the
Defy!
third.
Okay, he
Quickly
died, never
traded
mind.
by Kelly S. Crystal and the rest of them also looking to flood back into the B site for some safety
Oh,
net,
yeah,
but still
kinda close, no?
Forsaken quick on the draw.
I mean, I don't know if that one's the actual W gaming to come through from PaperX, but they certainly were looking to turn up the pace in terms of all of those duels around
Right,
the
we
map.
do not want Pearl.
Mound control, I'm looking at...
End this!
You know, Forsaken...
Wanna break out
potentially
in stress, Resh?
gets thrown his way. You saw him pull out just before the switch of the Observer, you know, the paranoia, but quickly Shrouder steps away and is still able to assist the rest of the team, and then eventually, you know, PaperX get the cleanup. So those are the rounds that you just need to weather and play in amongst the chaos there. And for PaperX, they will reclaim the lead here. But will they be expecting the operator for Darion? Nobody up through the guts of mid. That's some good information for Global. And now they should know that PaperX have got in towards this C site and set up for a post plant.
Yeah, Yudotan and the rest of them backing all the way far off as well. Jing, a lot of space taken up around Hall now, and that allows them to put this one way up. Another smoke up towards Waterfall as well.
Oh, they got the boom, 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 bro.
Be quite pivotal here.
Gets into range, is looking to deploy at the right time for the rest of his team to then be the catalyst to push on through. Darion with the first shot, something getting taken out. The rest of PaperX, though, vacating the site to try to play around Mound instead. Paint Shell sent over as well, but Aftershock taking Jing out of the equation. Now PaperX completely smoked off. They need to find the kill around the diffuser.
Nice.
They will do just that, but still, Global Esports
Wait,
with the numbers
no,
looking
yes,
to dominate
no.
and push on through. We have found some semblance of global domination
please,
in
no third
round
man, please, no
15.
third man.
I don't know if
So
I call that one domination.
no
That
third
was
man.
very hairy at the tail end of that one there, Quack. I mean, the
Gotta
trades
end
that
it here,
start to come
dude.
on out. Jing did get caught in the Aftershock. A tag on towards his body when he's trying to get out those paint shells as well and just couldn't disconnect from all of the action. I mean, it's always a risky thing to try and go for a full mound post-plant control
Semi-worried.
situation.
Ow!
PaperX, I mean, they put it on the back of Forsaken to try and win that one, but Yudotan just there for the trades from above time and time again. And we will equalize up once more. Global will reset the economy of PaperX, who have an option to do something funny yet again here
Funny?
with what they go into this round with.
What's funny?
Steel Garden, Nightfall. But you lose one of those if Darion keeps on creeping.
Oh. That will be that drop. Jing with a Bucky again, too.
Reverse PRX! Reverse
This
PRX!
time in towards A-Link, where with a Bucky in the spot, you know, Poppy and the likes of Kelly S, they're going to have to think twice before pushing into this area.
But that's a good paranoia.
It hits, but you're not going to peek into it.
Guys,
How could you know
Davai
that
is
there could be a
fucking
Bucky on
killing
the
it
other
today.
side? And now
Yeah.
Kelly S
He
unfortunately
balls.
getting taken out by that. All picked up by Davai as well. Just Yudotan, who is really in any good position to do something, but he's smoked off as well.
I mean, as long as Devai is keeping this operator into the next round, it does not matter who dies for PaperX here. If they steal away any of the guns that had fallen onto the floor, okay, you want that player surviving. But it kind of doesn't matter anymore. PaperX are just going to be answering back.
Anyone
in this
knows
round,
when
maybe
playoffs will even be?
ending it with a flawless.
Knicks.
I mean, the Hunters a little bit
Week.
on towards Yudotan.
Because this is
because
our
the
last
Reds
game.
Are absent for Global.
When do they schedule it?
Any
Next
mistake
week?
kill here will hurt.
Damn! Week,
But I don't think they're going to happen unless
Forsaken.
Forsaken gets him. No, it's okay. So not flawless in a complete sense for PaperX, but the way that the round essentially should have gone there. They did it flawlessly, right? The investment of the Nightfall, just getting in towards that site, getting the shot
On
onto
normal
Darion,
Monday, that's
looking,
great.
I think unscoped at that current time, right? And then the Bucky here just straight towards Crystal's face.
Yeah, both teams having some instances where they do kind of push out a little bit
Sub
too
the
far
sky.
at certain times, but nonetheless,
Or without
this
sub.
is going to be now PaperX.
I don't even run
ads,
ads, doesn't
that was
matter.
A little bit of a thrifty round, by the way.
What do you mean?
Global Esports now with a slightly weaker weaponry.
I'm running now,
All
man.
this information got to hand it back as Global. You can't do anything on this combo utility, or can you? You're trying.
Off to the shorty. Yudotan has arrived as well now, but he doesn't quite have the
Why is
angles
this
just yet.
Bucky,
Looking for the
bro?
spray transfers, but it's just Jing with the Bucky. He's found 3 kills. Crystal, though, share of shot.
Shutting up, though.
And now the drone.
out!
Devi has been suppressed, but all he needs to do is just lock down this angle.
They can just run.
Bro.
They can just run to the C site. There's nobody home
Oh, it's
to
5
welcome
HP.
them
Wait a minute.
with milk and cookies. They can just set up, kick back and relax.
He didn't get a gun though.
And
So
pick up an R. But yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean,
nice.
get Jing closer towards this showstopper with a plant. He's one away. Crystal though, an opportunity if he can find a 1 versus 1 to make this somewhat
Need
doable.
him.
Salvo's online. An Armageddon, maybe.
You could like flood the whole site with that entire kit.
He gets a nuke kill. I give everybody
uh,
$50 million right now.
You know there's an op in play potentially as well.
If
but
he
yeah,
gets-
Jing's got the Phantom
Okay,
now,
no-
the angle.
Thought it
That's
was a
just
Euro
pick
clone,
missed from Devi. Quickly finding it.
Double digits for PRX, and I'm really excited to see this replay for Jing. It's
That's
just
3K
dancing around with the Bucky.
We had
Bucky ball?
a Bucky ace from Mr. Frala and EMEA, and now we've got Jing doing these things. Oh, they were all flashed.
Yeah, I mean, you look at all the utility that came through from Global Esports in the
shot
beginning of that, right? Dimensional Drift, you got a fault line, you got flashes and everything, but I think it's the counter utility from PRX that makes that one a little bit better. And now we're in a sort of scenario where if this gun round goes awry for Global Esports, you got to remember and cast your mind back to the fact that they used both
So
timeouts
Bucky or
early in the
Stinger
first
then?
half.
What is Dabai on? What the hell did he eat?
Well.
Oh, don't like. I mean it in the
Global
happy
Esports.
way. It sounded kind
Can they
of
find
angry,
a way
but
back into this
I mean
game?
it in a
It's
happy way.
4v5 in this current round.
What am I
And
watching?
your Sentinel player is now down as well, so there is an open option for PRX to find around the map to just get in free of charge.
Right, weaker hold across the
Bang.
sites, and well, PRX goes for the call into B, where it is open. You've got Jing now watching the angles towards A Link as well. The back of B also blocked off. Elias
For
was
now, for now.
attempting something at the very least, but now no longer able.
Crystal, for now.
So far off, it's a 2v5.
Gotta save. You do not have the money to be splashing in on this game as Global. It's just going to be another
So bad
impactful
for now.
scenario by PRX. that
Nah, no
really
such thing
looks
as
to
jinx,
put
okay?
Global
Like,
16
don't worry
under,
about it.
doesn't This will be
Like,
11
I
for
have full
PRX,
faith we'll
and
win
you
this
gotta
game.
consider
And the next game, and the next maybe, I don't know, you know
Or
what?
do we half
For
buy
now, we're
to
back.
potentially have a full buy and push us into overtime? These situations in
Trust.
any game are usually quite hurtful. But when you add on the fact quack that if Global won this series, they'd be in playoffs for the first time ever,
Nothing.
kind of hurts a little bit more, right?
Right,
This
to
is
your
the
right.
culmination of the losses in the previous series now that they are put in this scenario.
Well,
Match
consolation
point.
frag for
Match
Crystal at the
point.
very least, but
Ooga,
you're
ooga.
absolutely right, Komodo. 11-8.
A lot
This-
more
at this
chill
point,
watching this
Global,
game
they're gonna
than
begin to feel like they just have to keep
7 days ago
buying
now.
up.
Was it
They're
7
just
days
gonna
ago?
have to
What
scrounge
day
up
did we
the
play?
best
Monday?
five they've got
Sunday? Monday?
together.
Monday. Less than 7 days ago.
Meanwhile, the Dinos,
Oh.
they've just gone global.
Yeah, I mean, we've really seen just consistency after consistency from nearly every series from Jing, right? And he's just doing it again, making sure that he's getting involved
That's
in
all.
a lot of these duels, winning
5
them
days ago.
significantly.
Picking up slack
Hard,
where, you know,
yeah.
maybe something might not be
That was the
performing too
craziest game
hot.
I've watched.
I mean, something has not
For
made
me,
it
I mean.
quiet that he doesn't
Today,
really
pretty
favor
okay.
the
True,
Yoru,
true.
for example.
too bad.
Still really learning.
No shits.
Right now, at
Be
least
foul!
though, Jing, okay, getting taken out really
Ah!
quickly, but right there, it's going to
Okay.
be Forsaken. His brother right up alongside him. With that, then a little bit more space into this A site, the smokes to block off A Link.
Yeah.
Heaven, though, then is open, but Forsaken just uses that
Okay.
as an opportunity.
What the
Swings
hell?
out 2 more kills, looks for the left, and he
Forsaken!
picks up the 4K.
From PRX.
I mean, you could see the idea on the back of Crystal's mind there as well, holding out
Kamsa.
the Armageddon, ready for the team to flood, but
GG
just
ball.
not expecting just
You guys can't
the
call me a
absolute
jinx now, right? Like,
charge
you
that
feel the
Forsaken
same way, you know,
brings
like
into
GG ball.
an E now as well will meet with 20
Yeah.
kills. There's 3 members of PRX.
Right, what do we do
20
now?
kills on the map.
Hey.
And 2 of them
Over,
haven't
it
even
has to be
achieved 10
over.
yet. Sometimes it is an
So,
effort by committee, sometimes
If you
it's
guys are new
house
to like the
affair,
PRX
and
fan,
it looks
dome,
like PRX,
this used to be very normal, like feeling this way where we know that we're
Fully
gonna win.
locked in,
In
primed to
2023,
take
this
map
is
down.
super normal for
Global
us.
Esports backed up
This
against
used
the
to be
ropes.
the feeling.
Do they have it in them to punch and
But
swing back?
from 2024 onwards,
instant TP from
we've been
Forsaken.
feeling
Cheeky,
a different way.
real cheeky. Crystal,
Oh, good man.
how are the cogs turning in your head in this current juncture?
They're still looking to lock
Hello,
down Rebel
hello.
at the very least, though. Darian watching the off angle. Clone broken, instant TP's out.
Playoffs, yeah! We're going to
now.
playoffs!
You would never expect the flash to come through in this
Oh,
scenario.
he did.
As Kelly S. Ever expect that?
That's just Kelly has put in the body bag. Now PRX flooding up front.
Let's go!
The full march forwards into the site.
Okay.
Yudotan not bad on a bit of a refrag off towards heaven, but that
Is where you pivot.
Playoffs
That
looking
is where
rough
you
for
pivot as PaperX
Hey,
towards the
one
B
thing at a
side.
time, man. We secure
Currently,
playoffs and then we
did
worry
just
about
see Yudotan
playoffs
in a
next week.
reposition From Papi.
Today we only worry about this, which I'm not
Quick to
worried at
heaven.
all. It should be over.
But so far, none of the PaperX players visible. Paranoia as well, but it's just Jing on the site. Devi has an op as well, which isn't necessarily the best tool. He doesn't have the utility placed down. Smokes out now from Poppy to get the spike stuck to possibly halfway. The swing from something not effective. Oh, and the angle for Devi.
Imagine.
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 Either.
No, it's okay. It's all good. It's all good.
To bring
All good. It's all good. But imagine, dude.
He doesn't need to move.
All
so
good,
the
all good, all
Thorns
good, all
aren't
good.
really going to do anything in that sort of scenario. Yudotan to just stand tall. He really needed to dig
That's
deep. I mean,
I hope
a little bit
so.
Earlier in the previous map, right, the Yudotan, it felt like he was almost completely absent in that map.
better
so
this
we definitely needed to see a bit of a step up from him. Coming out with a full
And
play
I'll
like
be
that is
praised.
great. Don't get me wrong. But you're going to have to probably see it done again.
Hee-hee-hoo, hee-hee-hoo.
It was 4 chances.
Wait, is that the
PaperX had
pregnant
to
one?
close
I'm
out
not
this
sure.
map. Now
Like,
it's
just breathe in,
3.
breathe out is what I meant.
At least afforded some more length in this map.
Confidence with the op as well
I don't
from
know,
Darien, but not quite landing the shot now. Instant TP's out. Seaside has been completely open by something on this dimensional drift.
Yeah,
Scope
and
out
they
the
give me
opposition.
business class, I'll go.
Nobody here
20,
outside
wait,
Grab
20
Ball.
hour
This is where
flight?
They can start to set themselves up in
Wait.
a pretty decent post plant. Kelly S 1 away from the Rolling Thunder, but apart from that, Global, it's just big old dry duels.
Yeah, not too much on the util arena as well. Crystal perhaps if the Salvas come back alive, but right now something is a ghost and he's haunting the heck out of them. Nightfall sent over, Patman trying to drag them down into the depths, but Darien to bring some light to his team. The op shot fired over.
End it, guys,
Something holding
please!
The angle. Jing now from Waterfall on an off angle, but
Oi!
the shot's not quite connecting for him.
Devi, $5 million, $5 million!
Gets the spray transfer at the end. The clutch with
5 million won. Wait, how much is 5 million won? Wait,
at the end of it all, but
what's the
nonetheless,
currency that I can
map
throw out that I will
closed
not have to
out
pay
at
5 million?
13-9.
I'm not paying
That means
anyways!
that PaperX will be making it into
Not
the playoffs. They will not go
Well
down.
played.
Total defeat in VCT
Terima kasih.
Pacific. Yes,
Whoa, they're
it
gonna
took them a
playoffs!
bloody
Holy
marathon
shit,
to
now
get
he saved
here,
the last round, dude.
but they made sure they had their rests. They made sure that they had their preps ready, and they do indeed make
Alright, oh my god, we're going to
And it
playoffs!
certainly looks
We
like they
struggle
have been
next week. I
evolving
think it's
as
going to be a
well
lot
tomorrow.
harder
That's
next
it,
week,
though,
but
for
for
Global
now,
Esports.
let's just take it one at a
Commiserations
time.
to them.
Let's just
They've
be
had a
happy we
bit
made
of
it to
a
playoffs.
tough
We
run,
made it
tough
to
issues
playoffs!
plaguing them all around.
I don't know how, but we
Still
did!
managed to stand tall.
Like, at the
Yudotan
start
shaking
of
off some the nerves
freaking-
from the first map, and that said,
At the start
they've
of
also shown
the,
some good ideas
like, the
as
stage
well.
one,
Managed to swing
felt
some
terrible,
great
didn't it?
thrifties, great,
It felt
force
so
buys
bad.
off
Like,
the
we
pistol
were
losses
getting
too.
our ass beaten.
Yeah, I mean,
But
they were just
we're
so
back
sure
now!
around
We're so
the
back for
round
now!
to, win
We're
in
okay now. I
wasn't
think maybe
there,
I'm not
but
sure.
a
Well, we
lot
have to
of the
see
time,
how
right,
we
PaperX
do,
were
I
there
guess,
to just
after.
get real dirty in towards the mix.
I don't know, bro.
Good
We're
game.
back for
Well
now.
played for Global Esports. Applauses all round.
Declaring
But
Korea
I know
now?
a lot of people,
David, I was there last week.
fans of
Hey,
PaperX,
you.
everyone's been questioning how are they looking there.
I'll play playoffs qualified!
You know, it's a step in the right direction, right? They're getting towards playoffs with Patman in the mix as well.
How much is that?
You know, Tens will be happy, right? He wanted them to get
What
the
is this
win, right?
super chat?
Yeah, I can imagine.
Thank
right across
you!
This stage right now, but
you,
yes,
Lem!
PaperX.
Dilo.
They've had some highs, they've had some
Thank you,
lows.
thank you,
Right
what the
now,
hell?
beginning
Bro,
to come back up
I got
to a
paid
high.
on YouTube, guys. Holy.
Certainly has been a bit more of a riveting, more convincing
Thank you.
performance.
Thank you, Pickles! Thank you for the 10 gifts. I got paid on Twitch.
Yeah, I mean,
Thank
they
you.
bite off the curse of
I'm happy
the,
we're
map
done.
number one, right?
I mean, I'm
Split
not done.
35,
We're done.
close that
I'm
one out,
not done,
39.
but like,
That's pretty good
you're done.
performances.
But that's it. We'll see what they have to say with the winners interview.
Hello. Oh, hi, sorry, Dirk. hello. Hi, Alex. If I could have Patman
I
join
love
me
her.
for his
I love
first ever
her. I
Pacific
love
interview.
her.
Play here.
She's so pretty. She's so nice. She's so kind.
인터뷰 만나보겠습니다. 알파 그룹의
Saying
마지막
too much.
플레이오프 진출권은
Dream team is going to
페이퍼엑스가
Toronto.
오늘
Who will it
가져가게
be?
됐는데요.
PaperX?
팬맨 선수가 한
And anyone
명으로
else.
나서 가는 첫 플레이오프인 만큼 오늘 경기 소감이랑 진출 소감 한번 물어보도록 하겠습니다.
Batman.
Oh wow, this is the first playoffs that you will be going to since
Yeah!
joining PaperX. You
Kill
guys
them all,
got the
Pennon,
last
in
ticket
game.
to the playoffs for Group Alpha. How are you
Wow.
feeling about the match and going to the playoffs?
I'm so glad that we find a spot for the playoffs. Actually, we really trained hard for the couple last week, and because of the first week when I'm practicing with the boys, I'm really lost. Like there's a lot of protocols and calls and I didn't know. But right now, I think
Must be
I catch
hard.
up with the boys, and
Just
I
get
just
shoved
do
in.
like what I need to help them to win the match.
Giving the best support you can. 자, 아무래도 플레이오프 진출하게 돼서 당연히 기쁘고요. 처음 초반에 합류했었을 때 팀 내 그런 콜사인이나 단어들에 이렇게 적응하는데 조금
Oh my God, Reese, what?
이제는 좀 팀원들과 호흡을 잘 맞춰가지고 적응한 것 같다라고
She's so
이야기를
pretty.
했습니다. 안
She's
그래도
gorgeous.
가장 듣고
Love her.
싶었던 게 워낙 탄탄한 인기를 이렇게 받고 있는 페이퍼렉스기에 거기에
Why is
적응하는
Paper
것도
X in my
부담이 많이
YouTube,
됐을
bro?
텐데 또 플레이오프의
Postman
여정이
pet,
순조롭진
postman pet,
않았거든요.
postman
그런
pet.
부담감을 좀
And it's
어떻게
black and white cat.
이겨냈는지 한번 물어보도록 하겠습니다. I did want to ask you,
Keep in
since
peace.
joining
Go to bed, guys,
PRX,
for those
such
that woke
a
up for this.
love team,
Night.
that must have been enough pressure on its own. But then to get used to such a tightly knit
happy.
team when the journey
Alex.
wasn't the
Wait, what?
smoothest, how was that?
Yeah,
like?
what's
How
it?
did you overcome it?
Next game, I'm not
Of course,
sure.
like, what did I say from the past interview? Like, I didn't expect to become part of PRX, and there's like too much pressure on me as well. But what I just like mindset is that there's no time to be scared. There's no time to be shy, and I'm playing with one of the best, so it means I'm also one of the best.
I love that energy.
Okay. Fair enough.
이전에 또 예전에 프레스
Jesus.
인터뷰에 언급을
Damn.
했듯이 제가
Confidence.
팻맨 선수가 페이퍼렉스의 일원이 될 거라고
Really? Just call Patman Paper.
했는데요. 하지만 이렇게 두렵고 어떡하지 발동동하는 것보다 이렇게 최고의 선수들과 함께라는 건 나도 최고라는 뜻이
How do I get that
아닌가라고
confidence?
생각하면서 적응하면서 이겨내고 있다고 했습니다. 근데 또 이야기를 들어보니까 팻맨 선수가 스테이지 1 퍼시픽에 이렇게 합류하게 되면서 집을 되게 필리핀을 많이
I'm so good at we know my rank.
하는데 가장
I'm losing, it's over for me. I suck. It's GG, bro.
들어보고 싶기도 한데요. I heard that you're pretty homesick. You miss the Philippines a lot. What is it that you miss the most? Is it the food or anyone, family?
Just my family. Yeah.
Sorry, I thought,
Like,
okay. I
like,
thought about
because
food.
before, like even I'm not staying at home a lot,
Oh.
I can still like go back anytime, right? But right now I cannot. That's why I miss my family. And it's my first time abroad, maybe that's why.
Oh yeah, that's one, right?
He's having the
아무래도
K-pop idol live.
보고 싶고 필리핀에 있었을 땐 뭐 함께 살진 않더라도 볼 수 있었지만 아무래도 해외살이가 처음이라 가지고 가족이 많이 보고 싶다고 이야기를
Me too,
했습니다.
my rank, bro.
페이퍼렉스의 팬맨 선수 인터뷰 만나봤습니다. Thank you, Patman. First
you.
interview checked off. That was lovely. Thank you. Shall we? Let's go.
Yeah. Batman went from diamond to pro in a few years. Do I look like Batman? I'm Spicyuuu, GG
securing
ball.
the last spot for playoffs in Group Alpha, and
Alex
finally
said he would
getting
sub
that
me in.
2-0, finally winning
Is it
that
just
first
words?
map and
Sub me in, ball?
continue on here on Pearl. GE did put
Calm
up a
down,
very
just
good
kidding.
fight on
Yeah, I'm
Lotus.
just kidding. Calm down,
it
calm
definitely
down.
looked better than their split, but I think it just wasn't.
Wait, what do we do now,
enough
chat?
in there for this global esports roster. They are now eliminated from playoffs, which is of course very sad for them. But PaperX do make it through, and I think I'm
No,
much happy
Blair.
with how PaperX played this
Alright,
game.
I
think this return to
I
the
guess this
duelist
might be it
is
for YouTube
much
stream.
needed for them. We're seeing them get that
I just wanna
increase
keep
in
my
confidence,
mod,
but they can't
YouTubers.
make any mistakes in the playoffs. They'll
I'm
be going
watching
straight
T1
into
versus
that fourth
Helen,
place
but,
spot,
like,
which takes you to the
YouTubers.
so they need to hit the ground running.
We might be done for today. I'll see you on playoffs.
Absolutely
You know,
agree. I think
yeah,
Jinga's been looking better and better on the Rays. Initially going back.
Yeah,
onto
the Twitch chatters are the ones saying no, huh?
He was
Leaving
a little bit rough around the edges, but
Leaving us is crazy,
really
though.
Performing well for PaperX at the moment, as is Devi. Both his last
Then,
series that he played after the boot
wait,
series,
before I
and this
go.
one, he was pretty solid.
Thank you,
I
Ray,
think the
for
only
thank you
player
for the
that really
10
kind
bits.
of worried me
Thank
for
you.
PaperX in this series.
Wait,
was
I
probably
need to show
something
YouTube my
where
chat. I mean my
even
cat.
in
I
this
mean
game
what
of
the?
Lotus compared to his last game of Lotus on the Yoru, he was looking a little bit shaky. So I think that there's definitely room for improvement there. He has kind of already mentioned he's not super comfortable with the agent just yet. And I think that if he can kind of get more comfortable with it, because it's such a staple in the meta right now, like you need a good Yoru player on your team. if he can really start to pick up the performance in that regard,
hello
then
to my
current
oldest
Paper X,
cat.
the way that they're
His
playing
name is
is going to be very, very
Gyoza.
solid inside of this competition. And for GE, I mean, it's a rough set of circumstances for them. I don't think that there's any need to really criticize them too much with everything that's happened. But
Yeah, my youngest
I
boy.
think that Darion played very well today. I think he was kind of the standout for me on GE. He had a pretty good series. And I think Unitime was pretty
Yeah,
nice
this
here
one's
on
a
the Lotus as well.
Okay,
I think
this is
Unitime
my
did a
youngest
good job.
boy.
You know, we spoke before about how it might be difficult for him against this comp. And I
Oh
felt
yeah,
like
that
he
reminds
was
me,
able
chat.
to
Wait.
hold his own. But I do think it's something something is definitely missing from this GE team. We're not seeing that kind of click that we saw from them in kickoff, especially in the off season as well. So
I bought this bag in Korea because my backpack, the strap broke.
Fingers crossed for them in
So I
stage
had
two.
to get
really
like
hope
an
they can
emergency
show a
bag.
much stronger
I just got one from the
performance.
random
But yeah,
store.
you know, I think
Look at
all
this, look
over
at
the
this.
Lost
I bought
Wings
this
guys,
too.
it is good
Where are
to
you?
play.
I think that yeah, exactly that.
You
They
see it?
picked good players.
Oh my-
So you have some
Get
good
it.
build around there,
You-
and you just need to tweak
Okay,
a
it's
couple of
basically
things
my
or add
cats,
a
but I
couple
guess
of
you-
new ingredients in, and it could be a recipe for
Bro.
success in stage 2.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Hey,
now,
why is it like
with
that?
elevated as a head coach, he's going to have a little bit more time
Oh.
to rework things with his teams. Now, there were some pretty standout moments on Lotus. I mean,
I'm gonna just put it
PRX
away, I
delivers.
guess.
I mean, it's getting messy with the Force Spies. We're seeing what region is this? Are we in an A?
It's an NA coach, man.
Yeah, we're
Check
seeing
this
more
card.
and more
This is the
stuff.
Yeah, but I have to take a
We're
picture and
seeing
upload
more
it.
and more of these like heavier
Aluminum
invested
foil is
groupings.
crazy, no,
We were
it's
just
not,
talking
it's-
to Frost
I don't know what-
backstage.
Wait,
This
my
is all
cat's-
your fault, Frost. You brought this across. But yeah, I mean, we're going to see more and more of this. I think this is kind of the way the meta is trending. We saw both of these
It's like
teams
3
be
seconds.
able
Yeah, but
to
I
pick
put it in my
up
closet, so I have
many
to
low-buy wins,
open
so
my
many
camera
steady
out,
wins. We saw
go to
so
the
many
closet,
rookie kills
take a
the
picture of
whole
it.
way through. I think, especially in this
Right, I
region,
look like I'm
Valorant
gonna
is
do
getting
that.
scrappier and scrappier. We are seeing that
For
sort
real
of
life,
move
yeah.
away from the old
For
school,
now, just for watch
incredibly
parties.
structured, approach. We're seeing much more individual expression on the server, which is very fun to watch. And I think
It's promising for our region.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah,
Pickles. Thank you for
It
the
also
100
just
bits.
makes for messy
Sorry if I
games.
missed anything,
Like,
which
honestly,
I don't
you're
think I
playing
missed
a
any alerts
completely
today, did
different
I?
game where compared to like the
Probably,
expect the
but,
team gets the anti-eco wins and wins the gun rounds and things like that. Things
let me
progress in a
see.
very normal manner. You get ults on normal timings in
I
rounds that you expect. You can
assume
kind of
I
play
did
around them,
not.
but as soon as
Doesn't
you
look
start
like
to
I
get
did.
force by wins, your money goes in the bin, and then a thrifty goes a certain way, and then you get an ult for a certain player on a round that you're not expecting. The game
script's out
just
the window.
evolves into chaos.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you
that's what
guys
you
know,
want. Try and throw the
for
game script out
playoffs,
the window, you
will we
try
be
and steal
playing
rounds
next
where you
week?
can. That's what it's all about.
Or
So
we
I
don't
think we're gonna
know
keep
the
seeing more of that,
schedule yet,
especially as this
maybe?
week goes on and as we
I don't
go
know how it
into
works.
I mean, it's a little chaotic, but it's super fun for
Okay,
us.
we don't
Our
know
match
yet.
MVP is Jing. I definitely want to give a shout out for Divide, though, who's completely stepped up a lot of
Like
viewers
on
at
YouTube.
home.
Yeah,
Even
I mean, both
the
works.
talents have been like, what's up with Divide? But, not too
Every-
long
needs-
ago,
yeah.
he was one of the most consistent and top fraggers on this team.
What
But it's
what
also good
lighting
to
they
see, of
use
course,
for all these
Jing
pictures?
step up. I
Lighting
think he's
goes
a lot
hard.
more comfortable being back on Raze.
Yeah.
Even with the nerf on Raze, I think we saw PaperX take him off and put him on other roles. We saw him play a Sentinel, a controller, but we really like him.
Yeah,
on
no,
the
he's
controller.
back where he belongs.
Yeah.
I mean, we're both genius coaches for saying Jing would do well on
No,
Raze.
I mean-
I think that was a
Lord,
really
I mean,
niche
yeah.
There's
analysis.
some guys on the forums out there that are like, yeah, why is it Jing on Raze? Why is it something opping every game? Like, this is the problem with PaperX. I think
You were
I've
right.
seen that a million times.
Now what, guys?
Turns out you guys are really smart. Oh my god.
What if I just
wow.
play Valorant
Yeah.
instead of watch?
I'm
No, I'm just kidding. I
reinforcing
think I no,
your
I do
negative
want to watch
comments.
T1
Good
versus
job,
Talon.
guys. Keep it
I don't
up.
know who's gonna win.
Keep it up,
T1.
guys. We love them.
Talon.
It's just
I like both.
so encouraging.
T1.
I think we need more
Yes.
positivity. Come on, guys.
Vic
More
is gonna
positivity.
knock me out in the second. You're gonna see me
Okay,
replaced on
what
this
do
desk
I
in
do
the
with my
second
YouTube now?
We have
What
plenty
am I
of
supposed to do with it?
Wingmen here.
How do I know
yeah,
what
so
to
I think it's been a
press?
good run for I think all across stage one. All the teams in Pacific have completely stepped up. It's highly competitive now. Talon,
okay.
Frost, yeah, he was speaking to us earlier, and he was saying it's a completely different ball
This
game
might
from
be
last
it.
year. So I think across the board, everyone's been playing really well, and of course we're happy
I'll
to
see you
PaperX,
guys
stepping
on
up here.
Twitch.
Batman was saying, he has a lot of self-doubt.
I'm watching
He said that really
the
nice
other
quote
games,
there,
but
like,
I want to
I'm
save my YouTube video
I'm one of the best
for
too. Do you think this
PaperX,
ended up being
if
a
that
good
makes
decision for
sense.
PaperX?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. In the end, I've been impressed by Pac-Man.
Okay.
It wasn't the best week from last week, but this was a
Okay,
nice
YouTubers,
form for him.
thank you for watching. This was my first ever YouTube stream. I'm sorry if the quality is dog shit. I do not know how to fix it. I will fix some stuff before I will see you guys on another stream. I hope it was fun. I hope it's easier for some of you to watch on YouTube. noob.
sort of never count out. I mean, I
sure
would
if it
not
is,
want to play
but
Paper X round 1 lower bracket. I
first
mean,
stream on
they're
YouTube done!
guaranteed.
Yay!
So I think
Bye bye.
I think Paper X fans, you could still be optimistic.
I'll see you guys on
With that,
Twitch, I guess.
We
Versus.
did have our build
Yeah.
diff picks.
I'll
Here
see you on the
are
next
our
watch
scores
party,
so
okay?
far. I
Thank
am
you.
in the lead, but this is only because.
Bye bye. Thank you. Wait, oh, there's a
I
heart
will say this is only
button.
because like, you
Wait.
guys definitely still have a shot at this.
Wait.
And I think I was the only
There-
person who picked 2 paper.
there are
X players, or did you
hearts.
as well, Pilsy?
I picked 2 as well.
Oh, you
Oh,
did?
Holy
That's why it's
sheeper.
Second and
Oh,
G.
yeah.
You know,
Demonetized.
I'm right with you if we account for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I am-
Bye
I'm
guys.
taking
Bye
pictures of
YouTubers.
my
Thank you so much for
June
watching again. Thank you.
Oh yeah, you did it.
I will figure out how to keep it as
June was
bots.
on this duel list, which is
What do YouTubers
But
say,
What
chat?
else had Jing?
We'll catch back up.
You had Jing and Forsaken.
leave a like.
Divide and Forsaken.
Subscribe.
Devi was a good pick today.
I picked him last week too.
You just keep cooking.
Down below. Comment.
he's,
You're gonna be the assistant coach of
Your
PRX
favorite
in no time.
Oh,
ice
yeah.
cream.
Unreal.
Dumpia.
Don't mind the salary.
I don't know, bro. Yeah, I hit what bell? I have no clue. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on the next watch party, YouTubers. I'll see you on Twitch too. Bye bye. Yeah. Bye bye. I gotta breathe. Wait, how do I end the stream?
Contention for playoffs is gonna be
Where's
T1
the
versus
button,
Talon
bro?
Esports. Guys, don't go too far. away.
End streams. Okay, bye bye. I found it.